Imagine being late to something like that.
I wait until we're one person short and then I hit the go live button, but you got here pretty quick after Voraktee.
Yeah. I will say there are times where I wait until I see the last person join and I'm like, okay, now I can join.
Yeah, trying to avoid the pre-socialization? Okay.
No, it's not on purpose. I genuinely, like, this time I was packing and I looked at the time and I was like, oh, it's 4 o'clock.
Packing for what? You're gonna be here next week, right? You're not.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were making a joke about being physically where you're at.
No, just I only care about Pathfinder.
Okay. Yeah. No, I will be here. I'm just moving.
Okay.
So.
Moving. That sucks. Well, maybe you're moving somewhere nicer, but the process of moving sucks. So.
It does suck.
Best of luck.
Yeah.
The process.
Historically, moving is the worst.
Yeah.
In the past, I've been pretty good about like packing ahead of time to the point where it's really stressful because the entire like month and a half beforehand, I'm like, all right.
You have nothing you need to live.
Well, yeah, there's that.
This is all in a box.
And then there's this weird like constant like micro planning of like, all right, I can pack this stuff and this stuff and this stuff and not screw myself over.
Oh yeah, I've been doing that and you know, move in 2 days, still have decent bit of stuff to pack.
Well, and then
2 days.
And then I like when we moved into this house, I like packed my roommate's stuff like the day of. I might have mentioned this in a previous story. I'm getting deja vu, but like the movers got there or were like called and told me they were on the way, and I went down to like see how packed my roommate was, and he was just like not.
Oh my god!
He had a bunch of like, I don't know, like handful sized things. Just say he was just expecting the movers to make 1 million trips. I was like, that's gonna cost you $1 million.
Oh my goodness, you're so nice.
So I found out I have that superpower. I did have one.
That's crazy. Oh, great. Oh, wow. Okay.
Well, not really.
I mean, not
actually
great,
a panic attack. But I was like sweating about it before I started packing everything up, you know?
So what I'm hearing is that when it comes time to move out here to Washington, you'll be able to do it well.
That's true, I guess. That's the thing to take away from it, yeah.
You're moving to Washington?
I didn't.
Sure is.
I didn't say that. If my friend group here and like their dog happen to move to Washington, then I will move to Washington as well.
You guys are a package deal.
Yeah. That is more likely than them moving to Arizona, unfortunately.
Okay, all right.
They're very.
Stopped you before you even started.
Just gonna cut me off. All right, I see how this is.
They're very about the I have 80 degrees with rainy weather for the entire summer. They're about that, which is not Arizona, as you can imagine.
I can more than imagine.
Just move here. That's the solve.
Right? Just move down here.
Yeah, I think that would be. I think that'll work.
And they just move. They move down here because the humidity and pressure up there makes their bones achy.
Oh, nor.
Yeah, but Arizona's good for them at least.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Washington's not that humid.
It's not.
It's not humid.
It's nothing compared to Minnesota.
Well,
or the South. So
how is it less? Don't you just have like mist and like showers like all the time? Minnesota was humid too.
It's so funny. Everyone has that wrong about Washington.
It was like that when I was there.
Yeah, I know. So you went during like the one time where it was just misty for like probably a week straight. It hasn't rained here in like weeks.
Okay. You're like near. What town are you near?
I feel relatively comfortable saying I'm in Seattle
Okay.
because it's so big. So that's a challenge.
Seattle. It's by the sea.
It is only 22% humidity there.
Yeah,
That's not bad.
see, it's
Not
not
that
bad.
one time.
We actually are right now going through like the like hot period of Washington.
Yeah.
/ Seattle. And so it was like 90 something the other day, which I know is nothing compared to Arizona. So I am keeping that in mind while complaining.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
Thank you for
But
being
the
mindful of
humidity.
your weather privileges.
50.
But the humidity, Konnor.
It's actually 55% humidity here in
humidity's
Denver, but it did
not
just
bad.
thunderstorm, like just now and tomorrow.
Also, the thing about Washington, it never like downpours. It very rarely. It's always like brisk, misty. You can still do stuff.
How very England of
Whereas
you.
like Minnesota, huh?
How very England of you.
hmm
Yeah, Minnesota will just dump like 6 inches of rain on you out of nowhere.
Yeah.
I kind of miss those temperature swings. The like, oh, it just got 20 degrees cooler. That's super nice, but also I'm about to get hit by lightning. It rains here and it drops like 3 degrees. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. It is sad that you don't see snow here that often. Especially like in the city. I feel like I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
In like the last year,
Makes sense.
but
I don't think
climate change, am I right?
I have this assumption that when it does snow, it like Chicago snows, you know? And it's just like ice everywhere. It's wrong, probably. But
It doesn't like freeze really that
Okay.
because it doesn't stay that cold. And so it just like lightly snows and then is gone in a day.
also a little like Denver, except it blizzards and then is gone in a day.
What are they talking about?
Does Arizona get snow anywhere?
I'm sure there's mountains.
Probably in the mountains. Probably in the
Yeah.
mountains. Probably not for long though.
You just have to drive a couple hours to find it.
We've got like,
Yeah.
some of our mountains stay snowy like more than 6 months out of the year. I feel like Arizona is not that far south.
It's pretty far south.
I mean,
Maps are very bad at explaining how far south things are compared
yeah,
to you.
it's as far south from me as like Nebraska is north, which I guess is a big deal. But
If I drive straight south, it still takes me like 14 hours to get to Arizona.
yeah, you got to do a whole lot of
Aren't
east.
you like
Going like 90 miles per hour.
aren't you like North California?
I'm like right at the bottom of the valley. So I'm actually still more south than
Okay.
most of Colorado.
That's true.
Oh yeah, that is way further south than I thought it was.
To imagine that it's closer than it is, and then you're like, wait a minute.
Well, I've said this before. I have a coworker who lives in your same city.
It's okay. No one is coming here to kidnap me. You can just say it. Bakersfield. Yep.
Okay.
You got him, boys.
Yep.
Um,
Please come kidnap me. It'll be a lot of fun for you, I'm sure.
Moto, maybe I can convince you. You should move to Washington.
I would love to move to Washington.
Do it.
I would also love to move to Washington. I would also love to move to Arizona, but cannot.
I only
Seems
want to
like
live.
love of those things isn't-
to Arizona.
I only want to live in the
Really?
fancy train town in Arizona, and that's the only Flagstaff. It's the only place I want to live in Arizona.
Fancy train
That's close enough. That's 2 hours.
by
I don't know
train.
if they have fancy trains though.
That's where the
They
plague
have-
was.
They have a train museum.
That is where the plague was. That's true. They have the plague in Flagstaff. You want plague?
More like plague staff.
Ah,
Goodbye.
Bye.
bye. Bear says bye.
Bye, Bailey.
Rice says bye. No one else said bye. Wow, rude.
Bye. Bye.
Sorry, I was muted. Bye.
Everyone else says bye too.
I promise everyone else said bye.
Besides Bill.
I'm trying not to die right now.
Valid.
He has no time for pleasantries.
Dying?
Life and death is in the matter.
Should we?
Dying
Literally.
how?
Oh.
Literally, actually, what's happening?
He's still sick.
Oh, shit.
Breathing issues right now.
Oh, that was me last
Mhm.
week.
You sound better today.
Thank you. Me?
Mhm.
Oh, okay, thank you. I am better today.
Should we get the recap underway so we can all be trying not to die?
Oh, yeah, we're starting in a combat, aren't we?
Well, we're starting in a
Well,
situation
perhaps.
for sure.
We are starting in a situation for
situation.
We're
sure.
encountering a complication for sure. And again, the recap does, of course, come with a hero point. Isn't everyone champing at the bit for a hero point?
I don't need it.
I for some reason already
The-
have 2 on my character sheet, but I can give the recap to make it legit.
Okay.
So okay, last time we played was on June 25th, and we started session by kind of trying to talk a little bit about what the hecky our plan is moving forward, and we decided to travel to Rudell to try to find the Arx. We are aware of the huntsmen looking for us, but they're kind of way far away and in the south. We had gotten a carriage and trekked into the mountains, trying to make our way, kind of retracing our steps towards Rudell. And we ended up resting for the night and got some tag-alongs. There was a grumpy elven man, and I don't remember how Shavik was described. Doesn't matter. Shavik and Brim travel with us through the mountain pass because they were warning us about some kind of ruffians in the area ambushing people on their way. Turris ended up chatting up Shavik a bit, found out that he has a bit of a gift for cleansing spirits, and he was at least mildly aware of what occurred with Father Giat back when we were still in Tamliok. Isha had been up for their watch during the night, kind of saw something in the dark and ended up waking up Turgon to fight it. And it was the animate dream that had been plaguing Turris for a while now. We ended up, everybody chased after it but Steris because she couldn't keep up. But we killed it, which was kind of sick. And while I can't remember where it was found, but Isha had found a holy symbol of the Seraph. I think it was on the Animate Dream when we looted it, or maybe they dropped it. And there was a runic inscription on it that was similar to a sending stone. Shavik and Brim started kind of arguing about continuing to travel with us because we've been a bit of drama with the Animate Dream following us. And then my notes towards the end here get a little nonsensical, so I'm not sure the order of things, but I have that Isha gave the collar to Luca to try to recreate it, and there was a catfolk with a bear. And I don't remember the catfolk with the bear. I think we hired to take care of the animals at the tower, if I remember correctly.
Correct.
We just hadn't had a chance to meet her yet.
That is correct.
Okay. And then the very end of session, Isha had dispelled the polymorph on Shavik, and we found out that he's a Skelm. And now we're in a situation.
Mhm. And this was as you guys were coming out of the tower, I think. And you were kind of discussing this amongst yourselves, and then Isha just kind of walked off while you were
Why can Noah remember anything? We never opened the door to the tower.
Oh. Did we do a timey-wimey thing? Did we go back before that?
No, we just never did.
No.
No,
You were starting
before that,
to.
on like during the travel, Turris was kind of like socially probing Shavik and started to like lightly be like, yeah, hey, I don't think this guy is on the level. I think he's more off the level than he like.
Mm-hmm.
There's something going on here. And then like before like Turris even like fully explained everything that he was like doing, that's when Isha just went over there and just immediately dispelled him. Like, and then that was like the end of the session.
Okay.
Yes.
When he's like, we were getting along so good, and says the Skelm who was spying on us.
That is correct. Any I mean, we kind of already had the round of comments, I suppose.
We did. I think I was just making notes to myself in my notes.
You also just love to make stuff up.
Well,
that just
the-
like, does not happen.
the thing with the
So
catfolk
good at that.
animal handler did happen, and so did the thing with the collar. I don't remember if it was
It
at
did.
this fort or if it was.
That was like
before
way
you guys
before.
left.
That was like when we left.
Okay, that's fine.
Cool.
All right.
Well,
That
as
was
a
all in
reminder.
order. That was
As a
all in
reminder.
order. That was all in order. A lot of stuff just didn't happen last session. It just kind of was like
All right.
we had that conversation and then we left.
Hey,
And then
we've
we met-
barely played in the last few months, so I'm gonna
It's
say it's okay.
Tough out here when we have 3-week breaks every time we play. So
Just don't forget. Easy.
easy.
Shut the fuck up.
All right.
Just make sure you're writing. Make sure you're writing down the truth.
Make sure I'm writing it from my perspective, okay? Sometimes it's fallible, okay?
That did all happen last session.
It did all happen.
I have notes for that as well. I just don't remember which part.
That it all happened, or
Yeah. But I think it
that's
happened
good.
in Tamliok. I think you're right. I think you were drawing the door, going to find a spot to draw the door. Turris aired, so it doesn't matter. All right.
Well, no, because he had talked about it when we were at camp the first night, and he was like, "We should do this." I was like, "We don't do that. How about no?"
Okay. All right. So
My hero point is legitimized.
yes. So you walked up to these two. I do not recall precisely what you asked them, but it hardly. Oh, you asked them what their story was, what they were hiding, something along those lines. You cast Dispel Magic, and Shavik was revealed to have the same grayish skin tone as Father Giat. This illusion around him, this polymorph, kind of faded away and revealed the antler-like horns upon his head. And his smile turned to a frown, almost as if part of the spell. And As Brim stumbles away amidst this transformation, kind of stumbles backwards towards the horses, a look of shock on his face. Shavik says, "We were getting along so well. And Isha, what do you do in that moment, if anything?"
That is a great question. I kind of assumed that my actions were being taken up by me walking over and just blasting him with the dispel magic. But if that's not the case, then that's fine.
I guess he doesn't make an immediate move
Move to fight you.
to go by encounter turn rules. He's holding his initiative. But then, if you think there is a moment of pause for Isha, he will speak.
Yeah, I don't think there's not. Isha is not necessarily como se dice, like worried.
Okay. Then yeah, as Brim kind of stumbles backward, and there's kind of a moment where the two of you are kind of just staring at each other, this like frown on his face. I think the group, you pretty quickly realize that Isha has departed. I think you even described turning around and going like, where did Isha go? It doesn't take a whole lot of searching to come around from whatever alley where you were going to draw the door and see that like Isha is kind of in the center of this fort that you guys are in, the fort courtyard. And so is Shavik and a panicked Brim, with Shavik having these kind of antlers on his head. And Shavik to you, Isha, says, "I must ask, what are you?"
It's an interesting question. Sorry, that's out of character. That's out of character. I don't know how to. I'm thinking.
I was too distracted by this strange light, this beacon that had walked into town to take too much notice into what Father Giat was doing. This command he had received and taken up. And then I found out that his targets were part of the same troop as this beacon that had caught my eye. My curiosity was too piqued.
Your curiosity will have got you nowhere. There was no light for you.
He seems kind of taken aback by that answer and kind of like he found himself kind of leaning in towards you, just very curious, and he kind of stands up straighter again, his eyes almost like fluttering a little bit. Brown turning a little more angry.
As they're talking, Steris is going to kind of take in the scene, and specifically looking at Brim to assess his level of shock to confirm he does indeed not. He was unaware of Shavak's true form.
Okay. Yeah.
And
He is.
and then she'd moved to position herself kind of between Brim and the horses and Shavak.
Okay. I do imagine that Isha is like between you and Shavak is like, I can imagine you guys followed Isha's path over here, since it was a fairly straight line.
Yeah, yes, I'd imagine Steris would kind of skirt around a bit,
Yeah.
not like going in between Isha and Shavak, obviously, but yeah,
Okay.
we'd be.
Yeah.
Mhm.
If you want to try to do that unnoticed, then you can go ahead and roll a stealth check.
Will do.
Almost with okay, cool. And yeah, Brim is definitely shocked. His body language, he's like glanced at the reins, like the horses are still tied to the cart, and he's glanced at like the reins in the driver's seat. You catch him doing that. His body language says like he's so surprised he might just fucking leave if he gets a
Yeah, he
opening.
might bolt.
Yeah.
Let's see. I moved. I stealthed. I don't have any actions left technically, but if you'll allow me as a free action, she'll try to give him like a calming, nonverbal hand motion, like be quiet and stay. We'll handle this.
Yeah, give it a shot with diplomacy. In a
Alright.
strange turn of events, your stealth check is raising the DC of this.
Oh. Oh no! I'm already bad at. Oh man, I'm gonna scare him away. The snake lady is approaching him far too quickly.
Well, the bright side is, if you fail, he probably just doesn't notice you.
Oh!
Okay.
Amazing.
Yeah, he does not seem to catch your gaze, catch your hand signals, anything like that.
Okay. Well, I'll be keeping an eye on him. Oh, wait. I think my snake can watch him. Anyway, some of my snakes are watching him, and Steris is now focusing back on the conversation.
So I guess we're having this exchange. Like, what time of day is it? It's like the sun is going down.
Yeah. Yeah, there are some long shadows cast in the courtyard as the sun is, like, getting cut off by the peak of some of these mountains to the west.
How about you answer my question? What I am is of no consequence.
It is of all the consequence. I am here to find out, to understand what you are. You see, I went looking for truth. And quite unfortunately, found it. It led to, well, and he kind of like gestures down and then like stretches his arms to the side a little bit. It was not a happy revelation.
The truth is not always happy.
thought.
Oftentimes it is uncomfortable and harsh, and it parches you, making you crawl to seek succor.
Kind of thinks on that a moment. And, like, nods pretty quickly, I think. Even that would be a relief, I think. But it is hard to find when everything you have been raised to worship is a lie. When all the good you think you are doing is... His, like, jaw kind of quivers a little bit. Or not.
Hard blink.
That truth was dead, and then it walked into town so blinding. So you could not blame me for being curious. For wanting to know more. This thing I was denied for so long.
This is so interesting.
He's a fan.
He's a fan or a stalker.
You know,
Two sides of the...
kind of the
Yeah.
same. A really intense fan.
He is a fanatic.
Mhm.
Okay, I'm of two minds of this, and I need to figure out the question I want to ask.
You need help. You can share your two minds and we can help.
Even I can help.
You
Yeah,
probably better than me.
Is he being disingenuous?
It's a little hard to tell. He's like wrapping some of what he's saying up in like theatrics a little bit. You don't think he's lying to you about anything he's saying?
Yeah, I don't think he's lying. I do think that he wants to know what the fuck I am.
Mhm.
I guess I'm trying to figure out if he is like an agent of the Sarah. Wait, hold on.
Okay.
Leverage.
He's not. He's very weirdly calm. So I don't feel like you can't ask him questions.
Well, and he did say specifically that he got so distracted by you that he didn't know what was going on with Father Iyad's little mission.
Yeah, I guess I'm getting a little caught up in the semantics of the words here.
I am happy to answer any clarifying questions about those.
When you say that everything that you were taught was a lie, you speak in reference to the Four.
Tilts his head up and then nods. He's like, he kind of like tilts his head again and looks past you at your companions. And he's like, these stories I was telling were all true. I did go to these holy places. I exorcised evil spirits, cleansed them. I was a believer in the shade of death.
And why do you seek truth now?
So I was like, glass over just a little bit. Gets the 1,000-yard stare, and he's like, really, I would say that I... And he kind of grins and like shakes his head at himself. It's like, I seek to let them bury themselves in the lie until it is about to destroy them, and then that is when I show them the truth that I have found.
And what is... do you believe that they do not know of the truth that you have found?
I think plenty know that the Four came from elsewhere now. I do not think they know that we were made for war. Pawns to claw back what they had. Other Gyats didn't know that. Or chose to ignore it.
I think that Father Gyat had shadows over his eyes.
He did. I helped him with that. Shame that he turned to the next savior that arrived, pined for the Seraph, as soon as he heard the call.
And what is it you pine for?
Don't know.
You don't pine for the Seraph?
Certainly not.
Then I think you know what you pine for. If you would just simply give yourself the freedom to admit it.
Where are you trying to lead him? What do you think that he pines for?
I am trying to lead him sort of... I still don't trust him.
Okay. Weird. That's weird. Weird. I don't know why. Carry on.
Like, he's already said that he doesn't like the Seraph, but I don't really... I don't feel like I can trust him. Admittedly, I don't really think that Isha can trust anyone. She just kind of like prays it, like hopes that it works out.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead and give a Diplomacy check? Unless you would like.
Sure.
Okay. He stares at you for a long moment, and he kind of tilts his head to the other direction. Ponders that for a moment. Is the rest of the group still hanging out and watching? Steris, are you still angling your way over?
Yes, if it's back to me, having seen the conversation continue, Steris again will try to get Brim's attention. I don't know if hearing the conversation has calmed him at all. I doubt it. I mainly just don't. Okay, the angle I'm at is what can we get out of this guy? If what he wants to know is the truth about what, like who or what Isha is, we need to get him to offer us something. So she's trying to angle so I can secure Brim and the cart, because that's where all the goodies are.
Mm-hmm.
So this is my train of thought. So first I'm trying to calm Brim so he's not taken off with the goods. And then my intention is to interject in the conversation if Isha does not start making demands. So I'll give you a diplomacy check. Which I'm so amazing at. Oh, I'll hero point that.
Okay.
Surely this will be better.
Oh!
Yay!
Wow.
Awesome.
There's a moment where he sees Davik getting a little distracted, and he kind of he's reaching over towards the reins. He's like moving his foot. He's about to make a move, and he kind of glances around the courtyard just to get a sense of the rest of the situation in the courtyard, and he then catches your gaze. What you say you're kind of motioning towards him, you're trying to catch his eye. What exactly does this look like?
I don't know if I've been able to, since we're doing this kind of theater of the mind, I don't know if I'd be able to get close enough to him to speak where he could hear me without me losing my concealment potentially to Shavik. But I would be kind of holding up both of my palms facing him, fingers open, showing I'm not holding any weapons or preparing any magic.
Okay.
And kind of I'll mouth to him to wait. And it'll be okay.
Okay. Yeah, so he glances around. I think it's totally fine if you've you were being very stealthy, so I think it's totally fine if you have kind of snuck behind him now and gotten into a position where you can catch his attention, really. So he looks around, he catches you doing that. And he is not suddenly friends with the scary snake lady that he doesn't like, but he does kind of freeze and then stop. It doesn't look like he's about to lunge for the reins in the driver's seat anymore.
Okay.
He still looks pretty tense.
I don't know if it'd be possible for me to get between him and the horses. I think that might spook him. But that'll be what I'm angling for.
I kind of picture they basically how this is kind of set up is they were kind of standing near the cart in the courtyard already.
Okay.
So I think he's already backed up to the side of one of the horses.
Okay. And I'm on the other side of the horses.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Behind them. Okay. Got it. So we're talking we're motioning over the horses. Okay, that makes sense.
So he kind of turns to an angle where he can watch both Shavik and you. He does actually back a couple of steps away from the horses. He is at least abandoning that plan.
Great. Okay.
And assessing further. So, if no one else has any interjections, anything they're starting to do, I think we'll go back to Shavik, who kind of tilted his head the other direction at you, Isha. Thanks for a moment on that. And
Yeah, as he's thinking,
Mhm.
Isha sort of because I kind of imagine that like she's on like the opposite side of like there's like a circle where there's like a campfire question mark, and they're like on the opposite side.
yeah.
And she doesn't necessarily shift her body position, but she just sort of lowers her head a little bit. She says, "The truth is malleable. It is foldable and shakeable. It is not always harsh. If you are no friend of the dark, then seek the city to the south. You will find it hidden among sand and stone."
Okay, you rolled very well with your diplomacy check already. I think he kind of like looks you up and down.
If your friend is not a seeker, you must go it alone. If there is darkness in your heart, be warned that the city will destroy you.
There's a pause. He looks you up and down for a beat. And then kind of smiles. And I think, like, kind of flexes one wrist, and the, like, polymorph kind of starts to take effect again. The horns kind of disappear. And he's like, "Oh, you are clever. Presenting me with a riddle, a puzzle to solve. To answer your question, I suppose I do fancy myself a truth seeker. And how could I deny such a mystery?" Brim, and he kind of like turns on his heels, and Brim like stands up straight. He like puts a hand kind of near his hip, kind of near the hilt of his blade. And then Shavik is like, "I'm afraid I will not be accompanying you to the Elven Lands." And Brim is just kind of looking at him suspiciously, and then gives a quick couple of nods. Then he's like, "Be careful with the goods, or don't. It's your head." And he will just like turn and start walking towards the kind of southeastern gate.
Yeah, as he's sort of walking away, Isha continues to sort of like hiss out these ominous things. She says, "Do not return to me until you have found an inscribed golden tablet. It will reveal itself to you if you are true."
I don't suppose it will show me if I am true on the way.
It might.
Hmm.
But I doubt that it will.
I suppose I will find my answers one way or the other. And he'll turn and keep walking out.
That was all rather fun.
Well, I'm glad I did not have to drop multiple fireballs on him.
Meanwhile, he,
Yes, I think the local guard wouldn't like that.
of which there are several staring. Nothing really explosive happened here, but some sensed the tension. And even now, there's like one kind of higher ranking looking one that's kind of like looking over the situation here, deciding if he wants to get involved, and then he just shakes his head and turns and walks away.
Good. This is well beyond his pay grade.
The
Real.
expression on his face suggests he thinks the same.
Stairs will come around from behind the horses to approach Brim and tell him that it looks like he's out one body to guard. But it's good that that didn't come to blows. Though traveling alone, is that really something you're up for?
I'm starting to think I might prefer it.
Well,
This didn't suggest to me that any of you are not complicated.
indeed. Or perhaps before we part ways, you can impart some gratitude upon us for helping you get this far unscathed.
Kind of narrows his eyes a little bit, like purses his lips. You can try to make a diplomacy check.
I'll attempt. What's the worst that can happen? It's not the worst.
In response, he's like, "Girlie, the things in this cart aren't for wannabe heroes." And then he kind of glances at Isha and whatever that thing is.
Keep asking yourself that question. She sort of like snaps her head. Maybe you'll come to the answer eventually.
I'd rather forget that I met any of you, quite frankly.
Stairs will shrug. Obviously, the truth did not reveal itself to you.
The only truth I need is that I want to go home. I want to get rid of these goods. I want to never come south again.
It's funny because I don't even remember what goods they have.
They didn't show. You didn't sneak, and they didn't show.
Yeah.
They got religious trinkets and things.
That's
It's a guess.
That's what he said. Well, that's what he said at least.
as he like turns and he's gonna start like adjusting the tarp that's like over the stuff in the cart, and under his breath, as he does, he's like, "Fucking Lanovans."
Hey, wait a second.
That doesn't apply to any of you.
A very rude way to show gratitude.
Oh, come now. His best friend was turned out to be a fraud, somebody he completely didn't understand. And it's a little understandable for him to be in a dour mood.
Best friend was your interpretation of that relationship, Turret?
Well, if only friend kind of means best friend, doesn't it?
I feel like that's too nuanced for me to try to explain.
Rim scoffs. I assume this is all still in earshot of him.
Oh, yes.
I have plenty of friends. Gratitude. You found a snake near both our boots. Good job. And then he kind of pauses. And then he turns around.
Yes, I'm sure you have many friends. Of course, yes.
He turns
yes.
around to you, Steris, and is like, "No offense. That was crass." And then he goes back to what he's doing.
He does have manners.
Only when provoked. it
Only
seems.
when provoked.
Can you unscrelm someone?
Unscroll.
Their lore reader
I don't even know
doesn't.
how to unscroll.
Their lore reader doesn't cover that.
Oh. If anyone
What's
can do
amazing?
it.
Then you become Skelm by just like all of your emotions melting into rage. Well, really, it says that you have to be turned by another Skelm, and then it says no one really knows how the first Skelm happened, or, you know, it's not a well-studied thing.
Probably some divine bullshit, to be honest.
Undoubtedly.
Classic.
Oh.
Chicken and the egg don't matter.
For once, I'm hoping that guy dies. I have no clue what the fuck is happening with him. I'm a little lost.
The way you gave him a divine quest to get rid of it was crazy.
Telling this guy go to this ancient religious site and find some truth there is a shockingly good. That's hitting right in his niche. That's all of his hobbies.
I'm like, go to this place.
Look for this thing. You'll
Look for
know
this
it when you
thing.
see it.
You'll
if
know
you're
when you
pure
see
of heart.
it. Exactly. Exactly.
The funniest thing is he's gonna get to that desert, he's gonna ask around about a city, and they're all gonna be like, "There's not a fucking city here."
Exactly.
And then he'll die of dehydration or something. It'll be, yeah.
And then he'll be parched for real, for real.
Yeah.
For real.
In 2 weeks, he's definitely gonna be like, "That was way too fucking. That's too literal. It's not funny. You're not being funny being that literal." He'll be consumed by rage all over again. He'll be a double Skelm. He's gonna get an extra set of horns.
It's kind of crazy.
Down.
I'm like, how do we unskelmify that guy? I'm a little. That's my long-term project now.
Terrace would help in that. That seems fun.
My notes for that entire section are so bad. All I have as notes are sent him on a quest. Isha will turn to Einkrad and continue speaking. I still don't believe that it is safe to open the door here.
Just kind of takes a look around, and shrugs and nods. I think we'll be quite capable without it anyhow, so I'm fine to agree.
I think we could probably make it at least halfway up the mountains. Maybe we should stay here for the night. We have a lot of walking to do.
Oh, you know why we were talking
We
about
had an airship.
putting up the door? I think you guys have the cart and horses with you.
Oh, yeah, we do have the cart and horses. We do have that. I forgot about that. I guess an addendum. We should put away the cart and horses and get rid of the door immediately.
Sounds like a plan, Stan. And I will draw the door somewhere inconspicuous, but also somewhere where the carts can get in.
No problem. You guys can easily do that. You find a spot to draw the door wide enough to get the horses and the cart through, and then dispel it.
Beautiful.
And the folks
I love giving people the runaround. That's got to be my favorite thing to do. Good lord.
The folks in the fort still kind of... You're hard to forget. You just came through here like a week ago with a high-ranking rune knight who said you guys were fine. So you are able to get lodging here if you so wish pretty easily. Other than that,
I'm back.
welcome back.
So sorry about that. My sister was calling me in a tizzy.
I see.
Did she have a
Everything's fine.
centipede in her ear?
No, she was looking at we're watching my mom's house while she's gone this week for vacation. And she was like, I saw a suspicious guy on the Ring camera. And I was like, what did he do? She's like, I don't know, he just walked by. And I was like, what made him suspicious? She's like, he was waving at nobody. And I'm like, okay, cool. So I gotta keep my eye out for that suspicious guy when I check on the house tomorrow.
I am exclusively walking my dog at like 2 a.m. right now because it's either that. I mean, it's only that.
Oh my god, it's you.
Like, it is too hot out to walk a dog that is as warm as my dog, or there are fireworks going off in the evening. And it's not like constant, but it only takes like one loud one every 20 minutes to freak my dog out and make him want to go home. So like, it is either 2 a.m. or like 8 a.m.
Oh.
8 a.m. is just not it.
Oh.
So I am sure that I have been a concern on a lot of people's Ring doorbells. Especially since a lot of them have really annoying, like, voiced warnings of, like, you are now on camera. And those are the nice
being
ones.
recorded.
Yeah.
Yeah, huh?
And,
or
like,
the ones that are like, you're being recorded.
Yeah. Some
There's
of them
one in my
have...
neighborhood that, like, screams at me or has an alarm sound. It's so dramatic.
There's one...
There's so... Sorry, Dylan, you go.
There's one nearby that says private property, please leave. Like, over and over. Like, 5 times. And I just think if you're going to have something like that, I want there to be a law or something of just like, if you get one of those, you have to calibrate it not to fucking trigger for people on the sidewalk.
Dude, right. It's not your sidewalk.
Yeah.
Sidewalk belongs to everybody.
Honestly, I think those shouldn't exist in general. I think they're dumb.
I think that's a
But
harder law to pass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whenever I was out delivering in the States, I never had one yell at me before. I just had
You
people
never
actually talk
yell
to me
at
through 'em.
Most of them only turn
Dude.
on the yelling like after 8 p.m.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I was a late night delivery driver, though, I was
Oh, wow.
5 p.m. to 2 a.m. usually.
You were delivering in a polite area.
It's ramped up a
Well-
lot. It's ramped up a lot.
How polite you think Timpy is, Chris?
No.
Well, that's the thing.
Oh.
You need to live in an area where there's like a semi-polite area where people with money think their neighbors are criminals, I guess.
Not
Can we
everyone
just
is
stop
polite,
dancing around like
but they're not snobs.
by using the word polite and just say a white rich neighborhood.
Correct.
They're not.
Well,
they're not.
I wouldn't say it's
snobs,
rich
is
here
what it
either.
is.
I would say there are homeowners.
Yeah, so rich people.
yeah. What's the? Stop mincing words, Varys. Come on, rich people. They
No,
own a house.
I'm joking, but that's the main reason that they're here, is to keep people from sleeping in the doorways of businesses. But it's like, you're not using it during that time. Just let them stay.
There's that. There's a lot of that downtown. So.
Also,
Party,
all
what
of
do
my
you do?
commentary was in game.
Oh yeah,
Scene
okay.
of auction said all of this.
That makes sense.
See, is talking about stratified society and
Oh
Ring,
yeah.
ring
class
cameras.
privilege and ring cameras.
Well, when he
Huge.
says eat the rich, does he mean it literally now?
Oh yeah. Scene
We
is
are
a
monsters.
big. Yeah.
Scene was trying to sleep in the doorway to the armory, and a guard came by. And now Scene's on the whole thing.
He's
Yeah.
on the
Now
whole
Scene
kick.
is on the fast track to communism.
That's impressive. It doesn't even exist here.
He's good. Hmm?
And then Scene goes into a big rant about how it's never existed anywhere because of intervention and blah,
Oh my
blah, blah.
gosh.
What means yada yada means of production, yada yada.
Yeah.
The people of Greater Lanova
Private property versus.
are very happy with their divine monarchy, okay?
Leading monarchists say what? We have no reason to continue, or not to continue on, right? To where we were going.
Sure, yeah. It is on toward evening, but you can continue if you like. If you want a comfortable bed to rest in for a night, you have it here. Otherwise, you can carry on and sleep in 2 hours in the dusty, windless
In the
valley.
doorway of a local business.
There
In the...
aren't a lot of local businesses in the valley.
No, there's
Is
one
there at least one?
really old.
Right, there's an observatory.
It's like a classic burger stand.
Yeah.
They have like a gimmick burger that they're like world famous for. It's shaped like a telescope.
Mhm.
And actually, you can use it as a telescope too.
That's the real gimmick.
That's quite a feat.
It's actually just like a hollowed out.
It's also made out of
hot
feet.
dog.
Yep.
it actually is just like a hollowed out hot dog. They just like that's how they get it to work as a telescope. It's just like the meat, like the components are all just shaped in the form of a hamburger bun or like a hot dog bun, basically.
Yeah. the telescope lenses are like algae, just clarified like algae.
What do you do? What do you guys do?
We
I
invent
think we
this
should sleep
hamburger
here.
telescope.
Oh no, we're inventing the telescope, right? The
No,
hamburger
no.
Yeah, are you
telescope,
saying are you saying you don't enjoy this?
No, it makes sense for us to long rest here.
All right.
We're gonna have so many opportunities to not sleep in a comfortable bed. Might as well sleep in a comfortable bed while we can.
True. That's true. So, like I said, the guards here will put you up in bunks for the night. One of them is slightly damaged by Turkon's existence. They were not meant for Minotaur-sized folks. But they,
Racist.
We're gonna
Indeed.
sue for ADA non-compliance.
they don't complain about it. The bed is a
But we
like a
need to not
pine wooden
complain
frame
about
with like straw. So and then you guys are able to set off. Brim is yeah, you are able to press your long rest button. By the way, I did notice. I think Steris, you have leveled now. Okay, I was checking like yesterday.
I leveled last night.
Okay.
I did it.
Okay, all right.
I mean,
all
I
right.
did it the day of our last session in my app. I just
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't.
Oh, you changed the number, but nothing else.
I didn't know what our XP is supposed to be at.
I think you're-
I couldn't remember.
100.
100. I guessed at 150. I see that was hopeful.
Moto, you're closest without going over.
Well, I asked like 3 times because I could not keep it in my brain. It kept like slipping out, and I was like, huh?
I appreciate it. Perhaps like in the evening as we're winding down, Steris wants to ask Isha if she supposes that Shavik did know the truth because of how he described being able to see her as a beacon. Do you think there's any merit to his journey?
What do you mean?
Well, when I look upon you, I don't see a beacon. I see you. Why would he see you as something different? If there's not something different at play.
Once upon a time, I could mark a person with a beam of light so bright that the entire world would see their position. However, that person would see nothing. It is possible that I could have been marked in such a way.
But only he, well, as far as we know, could see.
Yes.
What kind of magic is that?
It is lost now.
And yet it remains.
Fragments. Also, the magic of the Seraph is not so regular. It is
You think-
possible that the Seraph has seen me and is able to mark and tell his followers that this creature is beacon, as it were. There's any number of possible options. We will have our truth. Hopefully soon.
Maybe we should have asked that guy about that.
It is fine.
No, I think the way Isha handled that situation was quite good.
I was not kidding when I said the city will kill him if he's wrong, or if he's seeking me for the wrong reasons.
A good contingency plan. Not that we don't know how to handle Skeln, and she'll kind of shove Scene and Turkon a bit.
I guess I was expecting the Seeker to be perhaps less ominous.
The Seeker. That's a title?
It is like a group. Seeker is a group of the people who seek. I did not feel the need to explain that.
Right.
Interesting that maybe he turned into a Skelm only after he discovered that the four were false kings and queens. It speaks to his zealotry.
It might be a far cry to ask for, but I do hope we somehow come across an update on him. I'd like to see where that journey takes him.
It would be interesting.
Seekers. Okay. I'm gonna think on that. Is this outside of Isha's ever present vagueness? Is the Seekers a group or an organization that I am at all familiar with already?
I almost think this would be more perception than like you can roll perception or religion if you want.
Okay.
Perception will be more like understanding what Isha was talking about. Religion will be
Okay.
religiously analyzing. Okay. So let's see. Isha Steris rolled pretty high to understand / follow what you were talking about. A 30, in fact. So you just mean like people kind of seeking a religious truth, more or less, which in your case happens to be maybe I'll let you describe it. Not because I don't know, or I'm worried that I would make a fool of myself.
It's not necessarily a like actual religious thing. It's just like anyone who is looking for something else.
Yeah.
Or looking for something. It's quite literal.
I guess, yeah, I don't mean
Okay.
yeah. I don't even really mean religion necessarily, but like yeah.
Okay.
I feel like a spiritual angle to it, but maybe Isha literally doesn't.
Okay.
I think that she might literally not, but considering her nature, I think that it makes sense that there's definitely a spiritual angle to it. She just, because that is just sort of the way she exists. It's like
Yeah.
it's hard for her to not imagine that that is also just the reality of it.
Great. And then while we're kind of having our downtime, and I know I'm retconning this a little because we already clicked our buttons, but I have this unusual object that I've had for a while, and I wanted to see if I could try to make it
Good.
not unusual anymore.
Go for it.
I also want to. We don't have to RP or anything like that, but I've been I just want to maybe like during the night, just kind of chat up the local guardsmen.
Sure.
Listen to any of the local gossip.
Yeah.
Any of the hot goss.
The hot goss around here.
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
use diplomacy to. Well, you can use a lot of social skills to carouse a bit, gather information. Yeah, or like even a lore skill. I think you can kind of do that with.
I
Oh,
don't
you
have the
a
buttons
gossip
to
one.
identify this object, but I'll just give you a check.
Okay. Sorry, I could have.
You're fine.
I see what I've done here. You do not identify this object. Let me just describe this again, because you're just staring at the
At the very vague, the
Yeah.
nature of this object is unclear listing. Yeah, thank you. I couldn't remember.
wow. It being hidden even hides it from me unless I like reveal it. Okay.
Oh,
So this
I can close my eyes.
you're good. This is like a scope, like a telescope. Crafted of like silver and fine wood.
Are you sure it's not made of hot dog or burger?
And it is kind of like some of the silver filigree on it kind of matches some of the symbolism that you saw like at the observatory. This is from the observatory.
Okay. Man, I've had it for a minute then. I love when that happens.
But you are not able to fully understand what this is.
Okay. Having frustrated myself trying to figure out what it is and doing so unsuccessfully, I'll approach the rest of the group, probably trying to hand it off to Turkon and be like, can you make any sense of what this might be?
Sure, he'll nod and grunt at it and pick it up between two fingers. What do I need to roll?
I think it's either Arcana, Occultism, Crafting. I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, for this one, it being a religious object, religion will have the best chance to succeed, but your other like magical traditions can work as well. Crafting will give you some answers, but in this case will not help you identify the magical nature of this item. What the fuck?
Did I crit on it?
Yes.
Yeah!
So
He's so wise.
yeah,
He always has an answer.
you pick this up, you kind of like look through it, look up at the sky, and like even though the sun hasn't quite set yet, you're looking at the sky like it is just the night sky. And you're able to kind of intuitively pick out things about the stars. Like you're like, oh yeah, this is this constellation. This is this is
Well, I mean, yeah, he would have plenty of knowledge of that, considering, being in the middle of the plains growing up.
yeah, exactly. I will identify this item.
How else would you spend your nights as a kid?
Yeah. It is not.
You ever wonder what's out there?
Identified. What is... Okay. Something is a little weird. It's not quite letting me identify this. I might have to refresh. I cannot wait to be able to upgrade to Foundry version 13. Some of the... I don't know. There's like some version mismatches starting to kind of pile up and some weird things are going on. But Forge doesn't work with the new version of Foundry very well yet, even though it's been 3 months or so.
That's annoying.
And maybe it doesn't even been 3 months. I don't really remember. But
you're valid. You're allowed to complain. Doesn't matter if it's been a day or 3 months.
Starless Scope. It is called the Starless Scope. It is... I'll try to like read this while I'm figuring this out at the very least. So it gives you a +2 item bonus on astronomy lore and perception checks made to observe the skies. Causes all celestial objects to dim when not directly observed, so you can use it to observe the sky during the night, or during the day, rather. Like it'll dim the sun for you.
Wow.
Wow, okay. I'm just going to drag... This is not going to have the right flavor in it, because this is like a vanilla Pathfinder item that I have switched the flavor of to work in this lore. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not letting me identify it, so you're gonna get the Desna version and just replace everything it says about Desna with Scala.
Okay.
There's now a Starless Scope in your inventory. And I have posted the obscenely long description into chat.
Thank you.
So yeah, it gives that item bonus to astronomy, lore, and perception checks to observe the skies. Gives a +2 item bonus to all occultism checks to identify magic. It can act as a divine focus for Scala. And worshippers of Scala can use its reaction to enhance their spell effects in a certain way. Gives you a +2 bonus status bonus to attack rolls with spells, and a -2 status penalty to foes trying to save against the spells.
What the fuck?
It's a pretty wild focus.
That is the
Yeah.
longest item I've ever seen.
Yeah, it does like 3 different things. 4 different things. And I think what I wrote in the original object is that you can just be like a general worshiper of the 4 to like use these effects. You do not have to be like wholly dedicated to Scala specifically.
That's convenient.
Because they're all part of like the same general religion.
Excellent. Well, I will not remove the unidentified version from my inventory if you want to find a way to goof with it later. I'll just keep it there.
I appreciate it.
But thank you.
It might be broken forever,
Alright,
but I will try.
You know. Okay. Okay, that was everything I wanted to do for before bed. So now we can fast forward to being awake, I guess.
Okay.
Oh, what am I supposed to roll for gossip?
Yeah. So it says, are you trained in gossip lore?
Yes.
Okay. Then you would roll your gossip lore, which will be on your skills page, should be on your skills page, below your kind of main core skills.
It's unfortunate that my diplomacy is much higher. But...
Well, So when you're
Okay.
rolling on a specific lore skill, the DC is
Mhm.
treated as 5 lower. Because you are
I see.
very familiar with the subject. So
Right, okay.
So the local gossip of this fort on the edge of a literal no man's land. Go ahead. This is gonna be disastrous. Go ahead and roll 1d10 and I'll see if you get close to anything on my rumors table that would make sense in this place. Okay. Not really. What kinds of... So you're trying to get, like, the hot goss in town. Is there anything in specific you are angling toward?
If they hear about they've heard anything about the Seraph, or, anything about the Elven Kingdom, or, just, any of the more prevalent rumors that have gotten this far out from the main city.
They... Kind of what you get from the crowd of guards here is like, they've run into some strange creatures. Some of the patrols report seeing like strange flying inky things that have avoided like coming into contact with the patrols, but the patrols have kind of like spotted them here and there. They've like killed a couple of these strange big plants and then burned them. But everyone is more worried about like incursions from Temel. They've heard about this war with Temel, and they are worried about like Temelians, Redelians coming through some kind of like mountain pass and like staging an army in like the valleys to the west. They're like, they'd be crazy to do it. They'd be crazy to do it because it's like really shitty and dry there, and like keeping an army like fed and hydrated in that kind of environment would be awful. But that's why we don't have any guards, any scouts with any kind of permanent presence up in these valleys because they suck. So if you were trying to sneak in, that's a pretty good way to do it, other than the fact that it sucks. If you can solve it sucking. So they're kind of like worried about that possibility, basically. They're like strange. One of them talks about like, they have eagle knights. They have people who ride they ride eagles. They fly around on eagles and griffins, and they're gonna come over the mountains with their mounts, and they're gonna kill us all. So I hear. So that's kind of what you're hearing. Just general paranoia about this kingdom that has like stayed independent from Lanova for so long. They're kind of ignoring the geography of it, and like each soldier has kind of a different story of like what crazy superpowers these kingdoms have used to stay independent.
I see. I guess I'd press on like the inky creatures too.
Okay. Yeah, the descriptions you get are pretty much like largely it sounds like Rucholics. They don't know what they are. They don't know what they're dealing with exactly, but they say they have seen these creatures that kind of match the descriptions of Rucholics. But some of the descriptions are a little bit different. One of them says that they swear they spotted one like messing with the walls one night and had to like chase it off, and that like this part of the wall looked kind of like aged and pitted, like it was like deteriorating rapidly.
Oh.
And you listen to that and you're like, that's not really a Ruchalic thing. Exactly. But that is
So it might not be Ruchalic, but it might be Ruchalic-like.
that is the most definitive information you really get from them about that.
Okay. Does that match anything that I might have been researching in my studies?
Let's see. Go ahead. Go ahead and roll a recall knowledge check for that.
I use for recall knowledge for that.
Really, so far, occultism has given you the most information about, directly about, like, Seraph minions and stuff, and, like, void creatures.
Oh, goody.
But again, a natural one's not going to be saved by anything, but usually, like, an off skill. Like, if your occultism is just really bad, then Arcana can be a better option if it's, like, more than 5 higher.
It is definitely more than 5 higher.
But nothing will really save that natural one. So this is not a creature that you've spotted in your studies.
Is it even worth it to try to reroll? Is the hero point worth it, or should I save it for something that might happen later? That is
tis the gamble of the hero point.
Tis the gamble.
You know somebody who's really good at occultism, so maybe if you talk to her, like you did about the other thing plaguing your mind, she could help you.
Yeah, right.
Nonsense.
That'll be the morning conversation then, I guess. All right, and I will carouse with the guards for the night, drink and play dice games or whatever they're doing, and retire whenever the opportunity seems appropriate.
Sounds good.
And go to sleep.
Once all the novelty has worn off of the games you were playing, you go to sleep.
Okay. So you guys wake up in the morning. You are well rested. The beds were well comfortable enough compared to sleeping in the road has been. And you guys gather in the morning. Brim is already departed.
In the dead of the night, I'm sure.
And you guys are able to set off whenever you like into the dusty bowl that is this, returning to this valley.
I guess as we were kind of like gearing up and setting out, I'll definitely like kind of motion to Steris and be like, Steris, I heard the most interesting rumors from the gods last night when I was consulting with them about, well, I don't know if it's an ally of the Seraph or not, but they've been seeing inky creatures that aren't unlike our tadpole friends. However, they seem to be, what was the word that you used?
In short, they were
I'm gonna
kind
use
of
the word
disintegrating part of the wall.
Yeah, yes, that. Have you heard anything like that before?
Of a Ruchalik that targets a physical object versus a mind. Let me think.
You guys gotta stop rolling natural 20s on these things. You have looked through the books in Turris's library nearly as much as he has.
Always at different times somehow.
Let's see. And this sounds a little familiar to you. Let me just find. I didn't think you were gonna roll well enough to know this. This is something that has been dubbed an Unraveler, which is like definitely kind of almost an evolved form of the Ruchalik.
Oh my god, they evolve. They're a Pokemon.
Or like a sibling or something. It is much like a Ruchalik, but their domain lies in the material instead of the mind. So instead of like manipulating people, they manipulate matter. They, instead of having one big eye on the underbelly of their shape, they just have no eye. They have no face at all. And they can lash out at things with raw entropy and just like tear things apart at the smallest level.
Ooh.
Atom by atom, whatever those are.
But yeah, Stairs will tell him that we've yet to encounter one, but I remember reading about these Unravelers. Much like a Ruchalik, but they target the physical rather than the mental.
Ooh. Well, they've been nipping at the walls here, and it seems like they've been seen in the valley, so we must keep an eye out for them, I suppose. You have any idea if they have any weaknesses?
You have not asked your specific question. And you have two of them.
Let me think on it. What weaknesses do I recall?
You recall no specific weaknesses.
Okay.
And you have one more question if you would like.
I feel like besides, tearing matter apart atom by atom, do they have any special abilities?
Yeah, let's see. It really is a lot about the tearing things apart atom by atom. So
yeah, I figured.
So once they set something to start unraveling, it can persistently continue to unravel even after they leave. So they can like set this thing in motion, and then it can just continue without their presence. Specifically this.
Oh.
Just makes me think of the glass weaponry the Necron used.
Stairs will recount this to the group and comment that not looking forward to encountering one.
This is not precisely a key piece of information, but their unrivaled mastery over the physical realm means that their flying speed is an entire 5 feet faster than a Ruchalik at 40 feet.
Woo woo!
Whoa.
Did you happen to overhear the specific location where this was seen, Turris?
Oh, well, and correct me if I'm wrong, Varys, but,
I don't think you did.
yeah, the guards just sold them on patrols, but these creatures never got too close to, the guards when they investigated. They stayed away. Aside from that, one of the guards caught one of these creatures, unraveling a portion of the keep's wall and chased it off.
And that is correct.
I could inquire further if you'd like.
I was just curious if the unraveling was still occurring, or if they had dealt with it.
That is something I was curious about as well. Suppose we can check on our way out.
Wouldn't hurt to look for research.
Of course. So, unless anybody else is doing anything, I think Tur's gonna keep getting packed up, and when we head out, I'm gonna inquire to the guards where exactly this creature was seen tampering with the wall, and check that out.
Okay. Yeah, they'll point you in the right direction. And you kind of outside, circle around to that part of the wall, and you definitely see a spot where it looks that there's like kind of some piles of dust on the ground, and it has some of the bricks do look like kind of pockmarked and like a little bit deteriorated. But the thing you kind of immediately notice is that, well, actually, give me like a crafting check.
I'm good at that one.
Good.
Yeah, the mortar between the bricks is like in a lot of places just like cracked or well dissolved. Like that's where actually the most pockmarking is. And in a lot of places, this mortar is just kind of gone. And you kind of like get to the edge of this. This is maybe like about a circle of like maybe like a 10-foot circle or so on the outside of the wall at this point. When you get to the edge of that, you actually catch some of this mortar kind of like almost like fiber or something. Like this outer layer, you see it kind of like peeling back very like slowly and then like flaking off. And this effect is actually still continuing here.
Oh.
So how do you stop it?
I don't know.
You actually do know.
I mean, I can. Oh, I do know.
In that description of unravel, you know that the mending
I-
spell can counteract it.
Yeah.
Oh, it
They
says
did-
an unraveler can cast the mending spell. I
Oh,
thought
sure,
only
yes.
the
Well,
one who cast it. Oh, well, I do have access. While I do have access to that spell, I did not prepare it. Duris.
And
perhaps-
why would I repair this wall?
Oh, you're with us. Okay, cool. Do you want? You're fine with the fort collapsing as the Seraph has commanded? Shouldn't we do any measure we can to thwart his machinations? Am I convincing?
I'm not doing it at. I guess I have to do it at 4th. This is a big wall. Is my assumption.
it's a good assumption. Follow that logic. So you cast this.
It is 20 health restored to the wall.
Okay. So you begin to cast this. Does take 10 minutes. And as you are casting it, everyone else can see the mortar that has been flaking off. These like particles, these like kind of curled flecks that look like a little bit like I don't know if anyone has like planed wood or anything like that. Looks like these like shavings that would come off when you are like scraping at something. Those kind of like raise out of the dust on the ground and like start curling back into place on this mortar. And you see the mortar kind of like filling back in the cracks between all of the bricks going back towards the center. It doesn't like fully repair it, but it does stop it from deteriorating and gets a lot of the way there to repairing it, frankly. 2 bulk of wall is not very much, but 2 bulk of mortar is actually quite a bit.
Ah.
And again, same with 20 HP.
Wonderful. Thank you, Isha, for again being more prepared than I ever seem to be.
You're welcome.
Well, now that we've stopped the entire keep from crumbling, I suppose we should press on, especially now that we know how to potentially thwart these creatures.
Oh, the work of a hero is never done.
Truly.
Yeah, Stairs will go back to gathering her things and then we can set off. We're not even gonna tell them we saved the That's how good we are. We don't even need the recognition.
But you want it anyway, don't you?
Actually, just where Isha was touching, there's actually just like Isha's holy symbol on there. just seared into the wall.
Stara's feeling all good about like an unknown.
Yeah, Isha is looking at you. She has not moved her hand, and you like walk away, and only after you walk away and turn the corner does she move her hand.
Just a small gout of smoke and dust is suddenly the symbol is just burned onto the wall.
Exactly.
All right. So, you guys set off. On foot now. Heading into the kind of rough terrain of this valley. And I guess I should ask briefly again what your general plan is. I am not totally clear on precisely where we are cutting across the mountains. Because depending on where, it's a lot of mountain.
Mhm.
Did
I
we say we
believe
were gonna
our
get-
plan was here.
Okay.
And then we were just gonna go like this,
Okay.
I believe.
That works.
Did we say we were gonna ask around to see if anyone had any
When we
specific
were
suggestions?
in the mountains.
Once we were in there
Once-
with the
once
mountain
we're-
people.
Once we're with the people of the mountains,
Yes,
we'll ask them about the hidden path through the mountains.
of
Yeah.
the mountains. Yes.
Right,
That is
okay.
that is the
We need
Isha's
the mountain
plan,
expert.
is to find the mountain men and ask them. As-
That that is not my plan. That was me assuaging everyone from annoying me.
what
Wait, what's your plan?
Isha's plan is to walk all the way there.
We're
That's-
trekking.
That is her plan.
I'm sure it's what you found of these locals, of the people in this fort, who are not that local. They're all like sent here. Like these are Lanovans largely, who are like sent here from their nice woodland homes to go sit in this kind of dusty, dry, windless fort. And all they know of the mountain, what they said about the mountains is, I don't know how people they ride eagles. They ride eagles and griffins. That's how these weird mountain people get around. And
Hopefully we
they
can find an eagle.
think that Temelians and Rudelians are weird mountain people who ride eagles and griffins.
Could be true. There's always a grain of truth in every cockamamie rumor, right?
That's true.
Every what?
Every cockamamie rumor.
A what a mammy?
You heard us.
Yeah.
I don't think that's how that saying goes.
We can say however we want. That's on white people culture.
Oh yeah. True. Truing?
Truing?
Okay. Now we're just gonna whoop.
Yep, you're just gonna go all the way over. Oh,
Yeah.
weird.
Yep.
A couple hours into your travels, in fact.
Yep.
Aww. Couple hours wasn't there?
Damn.
Aw.
Damn.
You tried.
As you guys are traveling, there's some like pretty obvious cart tracks in the dust. They rut into the dirt pretty quickly in this valley, and don't get covered up very quickly as there is no wind. But you are largely going the same route that.
Oh, by the way, Varys, if I ever come across a temporal anomaly, I know it's there.
Good to know.
Just so
Temporal
you're
anomaly.
Just so you're aware,
all those temporal anomalies you have
all
planned,
those temporal anomalies
Isha
you have
knows them
planned,
all.
I know about them. I can sense them
Okay.
innately.
Another thing you have in common with Scala.
Yeah, I know.
Hmm.
See, look, I can just sense them.
Well, you do see an anomaly, but it's not a temporal one. As you guys are traveling, and not too terribly far into your travels, actually, I think horses, before you see anything else, You see kind of like roughly headed east, but not kind of on the same path you guys are heading west. You just see this pair of horses just running. One of them is still tied to like a chunk of wood that is just like dragging behind them, not slowing them down at all, but and they are going somewhere else in a hurry.
I think my Discord cut out for a second. Where are these guys coming from?
Westward, like triangulating where they came from. They're coming roughly from the
So
trail.
they're
ahead of you.
running to us.
They're headed east. They're going roughly the way you are coming from, but they are not like running up the road at you exactly.
Do I recognize these horses?
Roll me a perception check. Actually, you don't need to do that. It is just Brim's horses.
Dang, he did not last long.
Oh, we're gonna go save your boyfriend.
He might need saving. Though I doubt he'd like to be called my boyfriend.
Very well. Let's go save Darius's new boyfriend.
I love that. I love that Darius was just like, yes, my boyfriend. It's okay. You'll never escape the allegations from Isha.
Never.
She's like, I know how you looked at him.
It's funnier this way. I was trying to see. I thought I had. Evidently, I can only speak to snakes, not horses. So
Okay.
I will.
That makes sense. You're not a centaur.
Well, yeah.
The staff might
I-
have a speak with animals thing, but I don't think so. Never mind.
Yeah, not that I recall. I can make things blow up. I can.
You can
berries, I
summon a hag, and the hag might be able to talk to horses. That's
I
actually
have-
like the best use of summon fae. It's like summon a witch, like summon a hag to summon an animal.
Okay, again, I did not prepare summon fae.
It is not prepared. It's just on the staff? Question mark.
I think maybe.
No.
I think the staff has summoned animal. I think it's very.
Summon animals.
That would have been a good
specifically.
talent for the tree. And I'll consider that.
Just so you know, it is very good. I recommend doing that.
I just like the idea that you summon a creature to summon another creature or something.
It's the classic
Summon something
Matryoshka
to
doll of like summoning a creature with spell casting
And
to have them do something else for you. It's amazing.
if any creature is going to be a Matryoshka doll, it is a hag.
Uh-huh. Indeed.
We just walk. Isha just starts going towards where the horses were running.
Yeah.
from, I guess.
It's not hard because it's just following the road that you were already following. Is kind of where they're coming from.
Yeah.
Um.
I will attempt to calm the horses.
Okay.
Nature? I don't have like animal handling.
Steris is lucky Isha had breakfast this morning. Otherwise, I would have eaten horses.
I am lucky.
Well, these are very well trained horses. And even
and we
though
have a
you
special
are,
bond because I stayed back
Yeah,
with them when everyone ran away.
Yeah, you have a special bond.
so you heard
They
like
remember you.
how Brim,
They do.
how Shavik kind of were talking to them, giving commands and stuff. So you like shout a whoa, and they do actually like slow down and kind of like come to a stop, though still look quite anxious. And then you kind of like give them a command to approach, and they like turn and start walking toward you.
Okay. I'll it sounds like they still have part of the cart attached to them, so I'll remove that bit and then I'll grab them by the reins and take them with us back up the road towards back where they came from.
Okay. All right.
And I'd like to look at the cart. Does it look like it's been unraveled?
No, it looks like it's been One of them just has part of the I forget what you call it. I don't know. The
Neck?
The yolk?
I
I can't remember what it's called.
guess yeah, the yoke.
Not
yeah,
an
sort
egg.
of. That gets
like,
the idea
like
across.
the part that's attached to the horse.
Yeah, the wood thingy that
Well,
goes
the yoke,
forward and they
the
get
yoke is
strapped
the
to.
thing is on the saddle.
Yeah. So yeah, that's where it's attached. It's just like the long wooden stick that was like that they were tied to pull the cart, basically. Very good with horses and carts.
Yeah, same.
So yeah, they have that. You can cut that free pretty easily. It looks like it was just snapped, just broken in half. And so you untie that.
It's called a draft pole.
Draft pole. Yeah.
Oh,
Yes, yes.
naturally, yeah. It was on the tip of my tongue.
The yoke is the thing at the end that you attach the horses to, and then the stick is called the draft pole.
Excellent.
Yes, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Okay. So you untie that bit so they're not dragging around this piece of wood.
I'm amazed I was able to read that.
It is impressive. It is quite small. And keep following the road, and then you kind of like come over a hill, and you see this is kind of like getting into the region where there's a bunch of ruins that you've passed through before, and there is a large toppled statue here. And kind of in the ruins of this toppled statue are the ruins of the cart that you recognize. The top of it is like gone. It's the axle is just like clearly bent. And like one side is kind of like pulled off. And probably more noticeable and important than that, you see these 3 tall humanoids brimming with, there's kind of these like dark featureless shells brimming with light, just kind of walking around the cart. They are like 12 feet tall.
What the balls?
And you see well, roll a perception check to see what else you see here.
Are they under the effects of a temporal spell? I just get to know that for free.
Let's see.
Are they under
I
the
wouldn't-
effects of a ley line?
No, I don't think this is ley line related technology. I guess it's kind of not, you know, I don't know how close your temporal anomaly sense is, but there's some lingering sense of that, sure. Dark sight. Ooh. Okay.
The Merkham on sight. That's what that means.
So, not hiding from you, because he is hiding from these tall creatures, is Brim on like your side of this large collapsed statue, kind of like tucked behind the base, is like Brim, looking over the stone base at them, just hiding. And we'll get you guys over to this scene in a moment. Is this scene walled off? No, it's not. Excellent. So I'm gonna spawn you guys in the void, as I am wont to do.
We're against that. That's what we're against.
Well-
We're against the void.
Yeah, but
Oh my.
what? Why is he hidden? I'm so confused about a couple of things. Right, it's fine. We'll get you over here, and then we'll worry about it. How come I only see? Okay, it's fine. Yeah, you guys just don't see any of the dudes.
Thank God.
Not a one.
Can you see each other? There's Brim. He's high. Whatever. There he is.
I see this. Yeah, I see this punk. He's out of reach. He's also an enemy.
Oh,
Classic.
sorry. He's not. I mean, well, he should be neutral. I'm just too lazy to actually switch their disposition 90% of the time.
You just immediately go to
What?
Haven't even assessed the situation immediately.
You're just blasting Brim.
I'll show you light.
I'm attacking Bryn.
Right in front of me!
Oh my god. Hold on.
No, it was just funny. He's the only thing I can see.
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
The only thing I could see.
Sometimes, if this map is prepared for a long time, you have to like re-drag the tokens back on.
Yeah, I think it's because you guys are outside the... I think it's because I spawned you in the void. So let me just... I'm going to move you over here.
Maybe.
There. You see those
Oh,
guys?
yep. Yep.
Oh my god.
Okay, those are the guys.
Oh.
They're all. I keep thinking I can double click them to open up their character sheets.
GM
Hey,
has...
where's Armus?
You don't have the power.
I'll grab Armus in a sec. I pulled you all out of there. I do assume he's just walking with you.
Armus responds from the void.
So you guys aren't this close to the strange metal creatures in the cart, but just so...
It is fine if we are. Just to be clear.
Well, yeah, you're just approaching from a line of sight of like hundreds of feet, so I just want you to know you are in full control of the situation in terms of how you approach.
Oh, the statue is crying. We need hankies. We need really big hankies.
Bryn is like over here.
Yeah,
Question
he's behind the statue over on the east side. I'm gonna like delete. We don't need the line of sight blockers. Fuck it with me for this map.
2-4 Hooters.
There. Does that make it easier to see everything?
Whoa.
Wow, I love seeing everything.
He's crying so much. Oh, man.
We're hundreds of feet away. I love being hundreds of feet away. Can we just say we ambushed them? They're like going through this thing.
They aren't going
Or-
through it.
Electable goods.
They are walking around it, kind of. They're doing like a loose search pattern of the immediate vicinity. In fact, one of them has the ripped canopy of the cart just like hanging over one of his shoulders and like just draped
That's.
accidentally over its body.
How much do we care about Bryn's cart?
I mean, I kind of give a shit about it, but mostly because I'm curious. We're not itching for blood? Are you really not itching for blood? We don't even know what these are.
I'm
What are
itching.
these? Can
I'm
I
itching.
identify these?
I'm itching,
You're-
alright.
You can try to
You're
identify
itching to light it
these.
all on fire.
The light from the fireball might help you see them in more detail. Get that
Oh,
high
good
contrast to the camera flash.
I see. You're like, I'm itching all
I'm
right.
itching, alright.
and
I thought you were trying to avoid a fight.
No.
how
Not
No.
even remotely.
Not even
how
a
far
little
are
bit.
you launching this fireball with the hundreds of feet?
Oh.
This hundreds of feet analogy is really fucking me up. I want Bryn to know that I'm the one who launched it.
Wow.
Okay.
Oh, it was me.
It was me.
All right. With
No, it's fine. I'm not gonna do it.
You can't do it.
I'm not. It is funny, but it's not that funny.
okay.
As much as it's making me laugh, I know it's not that funny.
Fine with
Ugh.
me. I'm here for it. Although this map is not hundreds of
Like,
feet
thank-
wide, so figuring out.
You're real. The thing is like, there's like a cliff, right? Question mark.
Yeah.
Like on
Yeah. There's like, there's natural hills.
Okay.
And
Well,
ridges.
Isha takes because she's twice as fast as everyone else. She just goes the long way
The long way.
and tries to like get up on top.
Okay.
Over here.
Okay. Sure. You might not see anything once you're in the void.
It's okay. My assumption is that we are kind of like trying to get to our positioning.
Weird. There's not walls on this scene. Why does being outside block your light? I don't understand. It's fine. And this is to identify
how are you-
these creatures. Yes,
Yeah.
they are beyond your understanding.
What the heck?
Would we, before we get into this fight, since this will take us a decent amount of ways, do we want to take a quick break? Before we get too far into this?
Let's just. Do we
Sounds
want to be?
perfect.
Sure.
Okay.
Hot tea break.
All right. Could you guys?
I was asking facetiously. Where's your guys' gamer piss bottles at?
Mine's full from the first 2 hours.
Oh.
He's just been pissing the whole time.
All the time.
All right. Well, we'll come back and we'll
Be right
figure out
back.
how you guys want to tackle this.
Okie dokie.
Probably with brute force and fireballs? Question mark.
I would expect nothing less. Nothing more? I would expect nothing else.
back.
I have rice crackers and coffee.
Oh, hell yeah.
You know what's funny, Sarah?
Mm.
My mom and Aunt Rita were like, "Why didn't you tell us you were going to go to the Japanese grocery store?" And I was like, "I told you I was going to Little Tokyo. I told you guys."
Wow. They're going to give us a list next time.
Well, they only wanted ume, and I was like, I've never seen ume in Little Tokyo before.
They don't have ume.
Like, they just, like, no one sells ume anymore. And it's like, it's because young people
Crazy.
fucking hate it.
I have a little stock of it in my fridge, and it's like gold.
It is gold. I told my mom, I was like, you gotta start making it yourself, Mom.
Literally.
You're gonna become one of those old people who makes ume.
It's like the prophecy fulfilling itself. I broke out my Game Boy Advanced SP yesterday because I was feeling nostalgic,
Nice.
and I started replaying Pokemon Leaf Green, and oh my goodness, I played this when I was like 12. It's a good game.
There is a little,
The Gen 1 remakes are actually really good.
Yeah. and the
Really
Gen 2
good.
remix.
Mhm.
Well, I mean, specifically for the advanced
Oh,
generation.
yeah, I guess that was DS.
I mean, obviously, Heart Gold and Soul Silver are amazing games, but, like,
Mhm.
I think that the Gen 1 remakes are really underrated.
Dude,
There's so much stuff to do.
so much.
I've never actually played the Gen 1 remakes. I don't know why. I played that
Oh,
crap
it's
out
one
of
of my favorites.
actual Gen 1. Like, I've played through Pokemon Blue
Ah.
probably 9 times.
Oh wow. See, I like barely got into Pokemon. My first Pokemon game was Pokemon Crystal. That. So when they came out with this Gen 1 remake, it was my first time like really fully playing a Gen 1 game.
Yeah.
I played Pokemon Yellow like a little bit, but it was like my cousin's, so it wasn't mine. I had to like borrow anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
Yeah.
I started on red, went to yellow, played gold, and then I stopped Pokemon forever.
Dang.
Bought a like Game Boy brick, like the original Game Boy,
Oh,
from a cousin
mhm.
with Pokemon Blue. It didn't have a battery
Love
cover,
that.
so I many times like had a battery slip
Oh.
out and then
Dude, oh no.
Why didn't you just
Ah.
tape it in?
I did, but you need like I did eventually get the method, which was tape with like a cardboard panel to
I'm
like
back.
fill the space.
Yeah. Yes. Such
Also
a
good because
classic
if you
problem.
wrap the cardboard kind of like up and around your hands, it would like absorb some of the hand sweat.
True, yeah.
Yeah. The
What are
hand
you
sweat will
talking
get you.
about?
This old
Hand sweat.
Game Boy that I had. I don't even think you ever saw it. Because it was
I
like retired by the
Or your
time.
time.
Yeah.
I have been my lay down game is I'm
Your
continuing my
lay-down game?
I have a like I bust out my 3DS XL when I'm
Nice.
laying down. It's like my wind down thing that I do.
You're like, this my sit up game and this my lay down game.
I get it.
Mm-hmm. This is gonna be my lay
Um,
down game now. Sorry, what was yours?
it's my first time ever played Final Fantasy Tactics Advance 2,
Ah,
and I'm still trying to beat the level 99 quest.
I didn't know it had a
But
level
it's-
99 quest.
It has 3 level 99 quests.
A1
actually.
didn't have anything like that, right?
It did.
Level 99 quest? Maybe I just never got
Yeah.
there. Maybe I never leveled enough.
It
I played
It
the
is
shit
very
out of
likely-
that game.
it's very likely that you didn't.
I got to the point where I'm like, oh, I'm just doing the same quests
Because it
over
was-
and over, and it's just getting easier and easier.
it's like a chain.
Ah,
It starts as an event in advance, and in just advance it starts as like a map event,
Okay,
and then it shows up in the pub.
gotcha. Huh. I did get a bunch of the optional characters and stuff in that game, but I don't think I ever got close to level 99. I think I was maybe level 60, 70 something by the time I would put it
Yeah.
down.
But basically, by the time you get to like level 50 in advance 2, you just like stop leveling. Basically, it's so hard to level.
Yeah. Let's see. Heard Bill, heard Konnor. Heard Voraktee back? Okay. Moto, do you think your sandbox game will be as confusing as my game? Probably not right away.
I don't intend on doing a lot of super big world building
Okay.
at the beginning. Like you'll probably play on a map that's like 20 hexes long.
Okay.
20 by 20 in the very beginning.
That's cool.
And then I'll add more as I feel like I need more.
That's a good way to do it. I don't recommend starting with like 150 by 150 hexes and then
Yeah, I love the idea. I love the idea of doing it that way, but it seems unlikely to me that that's sustainable for me.
it wasn't sustainable for me. I ended up with patches of very filled in and then patches of I'll start rolling some dice when we get there.
Yeah, that's kind of my intention, is that it's going to be more filled in.
And I did like that method with
Or-
the marches. Like, it's kind of cool that they're like microbiomes of adventure.
Yes, exactly. Or like instead of it being 1 hex, you guys like it'll be like 3 hexes you guys are like in.
Yeah.
I haven't quite figured out how I'm going to do it just yet, but yeah. I'm thinking it's going to be small and it'll get bigger eventually, and not like this is all the places you have to explore.
That
Go figure out what the fuck is there.
Yeah, that makes sense. That is technically kind of what I did in campaign 1. Kind of.
Yeah. Kind of.
Right.
Dude, I love these Notamaki crackers. They're so good.
Oh, yay!
Oh no, I didn't press the button. But it's working, kind of.
Simclaw, Simclaw,
Working.
Simclaw, Simclaw,
Hunter,
Simclaw,
it's,
Simclaw, 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 Simclaw,
62 month
Simclaw,
Simclaw.
Simclaw, Simclaw,
Wow.
Simclaw, 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 Simclaw,
Does he stop at
Simclaw,
69 or does he
Simclaw,
just keep going?
Simclaw, Simclaw,
Probably keep going.
Simclaw, Simclaw, Simclaw,
Sad.
Simclaw, Simclaw,
69 would be
Simclaw,
funny,
Simclaw, Simclaw, Simclaw,
but
Simclaw,
I'm also, like, I'm
Simclaw,
running out of
Simclaw,
characters
Simclaw,
that I
Simclaw,
can
Simclaw,
send these
Simclaw,
emails with.
Simclaw, Simclaw, Simclaw.
Well, how many more
Simclaw,
characters?
Simclaw, Simclaw,
I don't-
Simclaw, Simclaw,
I don't know
Simclaw,
what the
Simclaw,
max
Simclaw,
message is
Simclaw,
on
Simclaw, Simclaw,
I
Simclaw,
believe it's
Simclaw,
500.
Simclaw.
Max
Is it not?
I can't really believe that you got 62 in there, so.
Well,
Did-
Simclaw's
did
9
I?
characters.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if you did,
Yeah,
actually.
I mean, I tried.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
uh,
7
nine.
times 1, 2, 3, 4.
9 times
7 times 8?
54. Yeah, that's 62.
Plus a little more. Because it's not lining up perfectly. Yeah, I think you got there. I'm too lazy to manually add the last few.
It's 500 characters.
Okay.
If you want to
Simclaw
whisper
is
him,
not-
you can get 10,000 characters.
Wow.
Okay,
There's the
Simclaw
hack.
should technically be over the. Oh wait, 1 minute.
Especially with spaces.
Does it?
Oh, it's-
Oh yeah, I didn't even.
It's 8, right? With the space?
It's 8 with the space Because does it count the colons?
No,
Colons
no.
are characters.
Well, no, that's not part of like the emote. That's the thing to bring up the emote menu, but then
oh,
yeah.
okay.
they get
I
removed.
see. That makes sense. That makes sense. So how many times does 8 go into 500?
Welcome back.
8 times 62.
Okay, so
496.
Wow.
But then that doesn't take. Oh wait, no, that does factor.
well, now you
in.
have to do 496 divided by 8 because that's the number of characters in Simclaw. Or it's 7, sorry. It's SIM Claw.
But 1 space in between each one. So it's effectively.
Yeah, that's why I did 8. So
Well, do you
7.
need a space between each one?
Yeah.
Because
I
when
think
it just becomes Simclaw, does it like turns into the emote and it's no longer?
I'll test
Here,
it.
I'll try it.
Because you don't need a space for like Merlin Toast or Sajam Toast and Sajam Boot.
The 7 or the emote
Does it
loaders,
automatically put a space in?
it does automatic for like Twitch native emotes, it automatically puts a space in and that needs a space between the emotes.
If I
Interesting.
add the 2 emotes
Oh.
and then I go in and I do backspace, it works. But I have to like convert them first.
Is it how worth it? Is it? Actually,
I mean,
Konnor would do that.
Yeah, I'll do that. That gets
Actually,
me.
one of the things is that you can actually prepare that before,
Yeah.
right? Like, because you could like do that,
Maybe.
do the backspace,
if you
and then
if you copy it
And then
out,
just copy it.
and
That's
then
what I
copy
do
it
right now.
in?
Is I do like,
it might not work.
huh?
It-
Oh,
it's okay.
yeah. Let me
Voraktee's back.
Okay, sick.
let me try.
Maybe he heard that we were talking about Simclaw and he left
Maybe.
again. Mayhaps.
Could be. Sarah might have left too for that.
Honestly,
Oh, I'm still
that
here.
makes sense to me.
Mm.
All right. Okay.
Oh my
all right.
god, I totally. Varys, I'll have to talk about this later.
Okay.
Remind me that we have stuff to talk about later.
Okay. I will do that. So, you guys are creeping around these strange metal shelled, light imbued things. Isha has gone to flank them. This music might be a little too amped to start with. That's
Flank
fine.
is
We'll go back to it this way.
it is a word.
Okay. So how are you guys approaching? Pretend you don't see the initiative order already. Brim has not seen you unless you signal to him somehow to catch his attention. These guys have not seen you yet.
I wish I could set like a vertical distance. I want to say that I'm about 60 or 70 feet away.
That is fair. That is fair to say. Everyone else, how are you approaching? How are we handling this?
I want to. I know Turris failed, but maybe he just rolled really bad. I want to try to identify what these might be.
Okay. Oh. Okay.
Like maybe they're Seraph related. I don't know.
They are not. Let's see. Something about them. These are not the same as Turris, not the same as Regent or not Envoy. But something about like the way this energy kind of wisps between their shells kind of reminds you of that kind of ethereal energy that you've seen coming off of Turris before. And something about just the way these shells are constructed reminds you a little bit of Envoy's kind of featureless faceplate and some other bits on him.
Okay.
These are...
His bits.
These are... You think these are constructs made by the Four. And you can ask one question about their stat block.
Weakest save?
Weakest save is reflex.
Alright.
You see them kind of lumbering around. They're not agile by any means.
For the time being, at least.
For the time being, for sure. Okay. Far away. So slow.
Are you?
Well, I was wanting to get information before just starting to attack. So I was like, maybe I'll go talk to Brim, but did that recall knowledge check take up one of my actions for my upcoming turn?
No, we don't have to. This is kind of like before.
Re-initiative.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, it does take up actions, but it doesn't matter because,
Right now.
yeah, you just wait until your next turn comes around before.
We're also still hundreds of feet away.
Yeah, or whatever. You can have approached slightly by now.
Okay. Okay. Well, if we are playing from, we're not in the current positions we're in, could I have approached, seen them, did my recon knowledge, and had approached where Brim is instead of where I'm currently at on the map?
Sure, yeah. You should be able to move yourself around if you want
Okay, cool. Well, I didn't want to move myself in bad faith.
to. You're fine.
I needed to make sure that was legal. And Drix is coming with me. Okay. So, I would imagine that Steris would approach trying. I'm assuming his attention is taken up on the 3 gigantic creatures lumbering around his cart.
Mhm.
So she'd kind of, upon approach, her snakes would make like a hissing sound to get his attention.
Yeah. And he kind of like, he's already like holding his sword out. He's got like one hand on the base of the statue. He's kind of trying to peer over to get a look. And then he hears the hiss and you see his like shoulders jump and he like straightens up a little bit and he like looks over his shoulder and then like just like relaxes a little bit.
You still feeling good about your choice to go things alone?
I didn't know Shavik's treasures were quite so dangerous.
What triggered this?
Kind of like scrunches his nose. Was always protective about all of items. Got curious about the horses. Pulled one out. His orb started to glow. And now it and its 2 buddies have ruined my cart.
You summoned these creatures.
Woke them up, yes.
You suppose we could put them back?
He like gestures in their direction and he's like, by all means, give it a shot.
Oh, splendid, thank you.
Stairs would ask Brim if they've been aggressive. She'll kind of motion towards where she tied up the horses before approaching. I'm assuming they ran off because they were spooked.
Yeah, yes. The horses seemed to break free when the cart buckled. They chased me away from the cart, and then turned around and started circling after I was out of sight.
And you said each of them came from a different orb? Or they all came from the same one?
Different ones. There were 4 in the cart.
How many? 4? Oh. Okay. And it was activated by you just touching it?
He kind of like purses his lips and shakes his head. It's like, yes, I lifted it up. I was talking to myself. I was turning it over in my hand, and then it lit up. Started growing limbs.
What were you saying?
Just asking myself what they were, I don't know. Don't really remember.
She'll kind of squint at him. Okay.
It's kind of a shake of his head. It gives a look like, come on. It's like, I woke up and started attacking me. I wasn't, taking notes.
I'll let it go. For now. Let's get you out of this mess. And then Stairs will start making her way back around the base of the statue to position herself for a fight.
As you do,
Kind of.
he looks a little bewildered
Yeah.
when you say that. And he's like, fight those. And then kind of like interrupts himself and then like, takes another glance over the statue and quiets down.
I'm gonna do something. I don't know. Okay. If they remind me of Envoy, I wonder. One moment. Oop. My gosh, I'm dropping things. Okay. I'm gonna do something crazy. Stairs is gonna kind of
I'm gonna cast 4th level fireball.
No, Stairs is gonna like step out kind of ahead of the party a bit.
It's
Chill.
probably going to notice you. I don't know if you're trying to stealth.
I'm trying to make it notice me.
Okay. It does
And
kind of clock you, and it doesn't exactly have a face. Well, it has these kind of. If you hover over it, you'll notice it has these
has
gems.
freaky eyeballs.
Yeah.
freaky
It's
eyeball,
kinda-
gem eyeballs.
So he clocks you, and like those turn toward you, and then there's like
Uh-huh.
kind of a little flash from the other two, and they also like turn their attention toward you. They don't start moving toward you.
Uh-huh. Yep.
That was the day we
she'll-
lost Stairs. Yeah, it was wild.
So yeah, she just walked right out in front of everyone else and fucking died.
Her holy symbol of Denala and say that she's I'm like a friend, an ally, a worship. I don't know what word to use. Say that if they're aligned with the 4, I mean them no harm. And then perhaps I could help them.
Go ahead and roll I suppose it is still diplomacy. But you
That's unfortunate. I really gotta take up my next feat, being a skill trained feat for diplomacy. Okay. I can do that.
Can I try to assist?
yeah.
Since I'm good at diplomacy.
I'm always helping you with occultism, and you're always helping me with diplomacy. So I don't know. The way I'm interpreting this, these are like little,
They're
perhaps
culty tall.
gigantic guardian defender guys of some kind, and they're just trying to get their fourth buddy out of here.
Okay. What skill would you like to roll to aid, Turris?
Diplomacy.
Sure. You can do that. Okay. You. Let's see.
I'm sure he out diplomasied me.
With the +4, you critically succeed at aiding. Which brings
Heck yeah.
Steris's critical success all the way up to a 26. Which,
Ew. Not
Brings
that
this-
is going to work.
well,
Maybe.
so yeah, they kind of like lock their attention on you, and then you hear in your head, in fact, I think you and Turris both hear this. Let's see. um Yeah, first you hear kind of like one tone, one kind of monotone voice. Reminds you again of Envoy, but with less kind of humanity to the voice, less like, you know, inflection. You hear, we have been ordered to defend. If you do not have high enough recognition, you cannot approach. And then another tone kind of, again in your head, says, Servant unknown, you cannot approach.
Rip.
Rip.
You're a nobody. What the fuck?
I am a nobody.
Yeah.
All right. I tried.
Does it
Surely-
seem like the vibe is though that they are kind of like guardians made by the Four, right?
Yes.
Talk to your brothers. Speak with them.
Whose brothers?
Yours.
Yours. They reminded me of you. The way they're like, energy is leaking out of them and stuff.
All right. I'm gonna like kind of step forward. And I'm gonna pull out like a knife. And kind of
We
like.
just keep stepping in front of each other.
Yeah. I'm gonna like hold out my arm and kind of like just take a knife and just kind of do like a slight slit across the just enough to like draw blood and let the ether kind of flow out, and like kind of look at them sternly and say, I am an envoy of Arcanus. You ought to step down.
Their attention kind of, turns to you, and I think both of you still hear this in your head. Um, and you hear designation Turris. You are recognized as an envoy of Arcanus.
There's
Stand. Stand down.
Control unit Turris. You do not have jurisdiction over military matters.
And what military matter are you defending at the moment with this cart?
We were instructed to defend the premises.
By whom?
By Scala.
Does that seem a little one-dimensional, their answer?
What does that mean? One dimensional.
all four of the four.
They weren't directly ordered to defend the area. They were accidentally turned on here, and they're ordered to defend wherever they were turned on or whatever, right?
I think they were activated because he was digging around in the cart. Well, maybe.
To follow your reasoning, it does not seem like they were ordered specifically to protect this cart, correct?
From across the mountaintop. They were moved.
And you can, if you want to roll some like insight or it's not insight, if you want to roll perception to see, if you can like understand what they're referring
I do.
to better. Yeah. You don't think... Yeah, you think their order was something like, defend this spot, and they, yes, as Isha has a hunch of, they have been moved. They didn't know really that they were moved. They are still just defending the spot. These are not intelligent creatures such as you. They don't reason exactly, so.
Right. But it is possible to logic them, maybe. Maybe.
That, or we don't have to feel bad for killing them.
Yeah, but if we can convince them to stand down and put them back in their Pokeballs, we can use them.
Maybe
Real.
putting them back in their Pokeball requires them being at 0 HP.
Possible.
That's how Armus goes back in the Pokeball.
Pokemon are easier to catch when you...
Yeah, we can't make them faint.
It would be a lot easier
Yeah.
if they were fainted.
All right.
Your orders from Scala are in error. You're no longer defending the area which you are assigned to. Your orders may be correct, but the area in which you are to defend is incorrect. You must stand down.
Unless you are angling at this from a different direction, go ahead and roll me diplomacy again.
All right. Wait, why did that was like Arcana. I just clicked the first dice I saw. Let me re-roll that. That was worse though, technically. Well, actually better, but anyhow. It's now the time I use my hero point. 27 is still pretty good though.
27's pretty good. Yeah, one looks up, and then the other two look up, and then you hear in your head, confirming. And then they're just kind of quiet for a moment. And then they all kind of like look down at once, and they, again, one of the voices perks up and says, judging by the motion and angle of the sun, you are correct. We have moved significantly from our location of origin.
You three must deactivate and await further instructions.
Confirmed. We are out of bounds of our operating parameters. We will deactivate and defer to your orders.
That's where they were.
So that we had a good idea.
That's where the fuck they were.
Before you deactivate, please reiterate your initial mission parameters.
We were to guard a facility on this world converted for the Four's purposes. The kind of like front middle one says, the other two kind of like start to shrink down, these like metal plates kind of overlapping with each other until they are just kind of like a ball the size of the head, light going dark, and just kind of they're now just like a smooth reddish metal ball with those like crystalline sensors on the front.
I love when the 4 NPCs are like, you don't have high enough clearance. It is hilarious every time.
What was the nature of this facility that you were guarding?
The nature of the facility was not part of our mission parameters.
Oh.
That information is not stored in the memory matrix.
What was the...
Coordinates.
Yeah, what were the coordinates of the defended location?
He rattles off some latitude and longitude, I don't know.
Yeah, I'll...
Perfect. Thank you so much. Latitude and longitude. Love that for me.
I will write that down.
Some number of degrees north, some number of degrees east.
Northeast. Yeah. That's interesting.
Double checking.
Oh. Not
And
us
who are your-
RPing to
Oh, yeah, no, that was
make
correct.
Varys give us latitude and longitude. Oh, yay!
Well, latitude and longitude was correct. That makes that, yeah.
Are there any specific targets that you were to defend from?
Negative. We were to turn away all visitors to the facility who were not unknown agents, or not known agents of the Four. And of the agents of the Four, only a small list of approved visitors were allowed past.
And what was that list?
He repeats the list. He gives a list of what really he starts rattling things off, going in order. Basically, he says in order of highest rank, and then starts listing things off, and it's a bunch of names that you haven't heard. But then it includes very near the top of the list. It includes the name Isicia Persophius. And if you don't stop it, it goes on for minutes, just repeating names into your head.
I'll record them all just in case, but
Oh, you're gonna be able to do that? Do you have a recorder implanted in your brain?
you know, I'll just kind of write them down on a little notepad.
He literally is. Write that down. Write that down.
Write that down. Very well, thank you. You may power down now. I will take custody over your units until further notice.
Acknowledged. And it starts folding in on itself, much like the others did, turning into a ball, like basketball sized.
Isha, who has been waiting for moments to plunder,
Under the tarp, you do find another ball, much like these.
Isha rolls it out. She like
rolls out of the cart and funks into the dirt. That one looks a little singed, like a little bent in a couple of places. Like the shell has been collapsed inward in one spot. There are a lot of kind of dusty, like, trinkets. There's some food in here.
Isha takes everything that's not edible.
Okay. Brim starts approaching while you are plundering. Starts kind of like coming around. It's like, that was handled more smoothly than I expected.
Yes, well, you have to be ready for everything, you know, and Turris will take one of these giant balls and, like, disappear it into his coat.
He's amassing an army.
He kind of rubs, like, one hand
From
he
across
kind of
the
like
other
fiddles.
side. Make sure you grab the broken one, Turris. It's pushed it out.
Yes. Takes
Luca
it
can
and
repair it.
I am certainly grateful now in a way that perhaps I was not earlier, and I would like to show that gratitude with some of my goods. And not
Some of them.
all of them.
I fear that the constructs have consumed your goods.
He squints at you. You
just says eating something in the cart.
Yeah, I'm literally eating on like a piece of gold.
We don't need to be uncivilized about this. You have done me a service deactivating these things. You are welcome to take all of them off my hands.
Oh, yes, certainly.
And I am happy to part with some of the goods in that cart.
Certainly anything else that might be dangerous to you.
I imagine those are the
The
only
danger-
dangerous things.
The danger levels are off the charts on all this stuff.
I fear we're the professionals that have to determine what's dangerous and what's not.
Kind of like...
But we'll leave you enough. We'll leave you enough.
I love when we all gang up on the NPC. It's so funny.
Kind of like... Again, just his lips become very, very thin, and he just shakes his head. It's like, fine. Carry on with your banditry dressed as heroics, and I'll turn around and just like sit over on the statue.
I don't even know what any of this stuff is. She's looking at it. Like,
It's really a lot of.
Super dangerous.
There's like 550 gold's worth of random religious knickknacks that count as treasure. And then a couple of things worth more note. There is a strange this isn't gonna work for fucking anyone. But that's fine.
We can let him keep it.
There is a strange like breastplate in here that seems to have it reminds you of the way that these constructs were put together. Somewhere in that mess of a exchange, you found out that these are called Hadron X soldiers.
Oh.
And so this
They were labeled. Okay.
yeah, they gave you their designation at some point, you know. So there's this like breastplate that kind of matches their construction a little bit. I will
Ooh.
put in the party sheet in a moment. I'm sure it won't get lost.
Yeah, surely one of us can wear armor, right?
Yeah, it's medium armor. It might be doable. I don't really know.
I think it's not pants, otherwise Steris wouldn't be able to wear them.
It's rare, so it should technically be.
We don't talk about pants
Oh,
around.
no, it's heavy armor. I can take
Is it heavy armor?
It says heavy armor on
Oh,
it.
weird.
I don't see it.
I
Where
do
is
see it
anyway?
say heavy armor now.
Party
Oh,
sheet.
it's size medium. Never mind. I'm dumb.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah. Then yeah, there's that. Do.
I love when everyone else is being a person and then I get to be a creature.
There is, and this is not part of the religious artifacts. There is another smuggler sack.
What is he smuggling?
Yeah.
And knowing what this object is from the other unused smuggler sack type 2 that you have in the party stash, you open the secret compartment and you find a true silver, not true silver, you find a Dawn silver crown worth 1,000 gold that I will also add to the inventory in a second.
Oh, just put the bag in there?
Uh-huh.
And just put the bag in there, and then I can just take the bag and the crown.
Yeah, I'll put the...
We can leave everything else with him.
I will.
It's
I'm
fine.
down in the level 7 items, and the Dawn Silver Crown is a level 0 item, and I'm not going to scroll up right now.
Also, I have these saddlebags, and there's nothing in them.
Wha-
I gotta start using my bags.
Bag gold loot.
Also, I have sleeves of storage.
Oh my god.
I have so much storage.
We need to get you more trinkets.
I'll take one of these smuggler sacks, though. I like extra dimensional spaces on my body.
You would think.
Can I get this armor resized or no?
Yes.
Gonna need a lot of extra armor.
Have I given you guys... Let's see. Have I given you guys many hand wraps? Many things that work as hand wraps?
I definitely.
Think so.
I have hand wraps of mighty blows.
Okay, there's a book of warding prayers and there's a bands of force.
Oh, another book of warding prayers? Hell yeah. Isha, did you want that book of warding prayers?
I don't even. What does it even do?
It gives you, well, you know, it might not do a lot for you.
There's one of the smuggler sacks in the
There's
party
the-
sheet has the jeweled Dawn Silver crown.
You don't
It's
have
okay.
a
This
you
is
are
just another. This is just another. This is a book for a different god for you. It's fine.
Oh,
You can
okay.
have this.
I'm collecting. I'll have 4 by the end of this.
You will have 4 by the end of this. Correct. Exactly.
I can swap it out for a more interesting item. I just kept rolling until I saw a religious item, and
Nope.
Oh.
It's totally fine.
Okay, I have 2 now.
It is now. She can do it 2 times a day.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and we'll just leave him with the rest of the stuff.
Okay.
So his religious trinkets.
All right.
We'll take the item. We'll take the armor, the bag, and the book. Assuming that's it. He can have the rest of the stuff. That's fine.
All right.
Yeah, we're not as monstrous as he thinks we are.
We did say we were pretty monstrous, but we are taking less than a monstrous amount.
Well, I bet he didn't even know what was in that bag.
Yeah.
Yeah, so as long as we don't tell him, he doesn't know.
All right, we've picked through all the dangerous things.
Notably,
You're safe.
the smuggler sack, you just seen him carrying that around before. That was
Oh.
definitely his bag.
Oh,
um,
well, I
it's-
don't have it.
It's in my saddlebag.
um,
I have a bag inside my sleeves of storage. Let's go.
Let's go.
so you're talking about how not monstrous you are, and he's like, "Right, I don't suppose you'll help me fix this stupid card up."
Oh, yes, of course.
Well, thank you then.
And
Wait, who's paying for this spell
we have your
slots?
horses.
That I do appreciate.
Though what was that piece of wood called, Isha? Your draft pole was unsalvageable.
That's fine. If we can get the wheels, we can fix the axle and fix the wheels. I can make do.
I do not know if I cast the spell if it will just pull all the parts back or if it will just regrow new ones.
Find out.
If it is unsalvageable, I can also just break it.
No, we don't need to do that. With the help of mending, you can help repair the worst parts of the damage. Like he said, get the axle unbent. So. Once that is all done and the
Like
cart
20 HP is like twice as much health as a vehicle has.
well, not all. Definitely for this cart, yes.
I'm like, do I just have mending prepared twice? That's so fun.
I love that for us. Thank you.
It is a spell that comes up all the time.
Yeah.
Mostly because I like breaking stuff and I'm like, fuck.
I got the hack.
fuck.
The breaking was so fun. Now I have to fix it. Also, who is this statue? Maybe
mom.
as we're fixing the cart, I'll take a moment to identify.
Yeah, I think it's not hard to. It's kind of interesting imagery, but it is not ultimately hard to put together that this is a statue of the Shade of Death. Although its face is conveniently too water damaged from all of the tears to truly recognize what his face may have looked like.
So convenient.
Because we're all the shade of death.
Whoa.
No, it's because we're bandits.
Oh,
Remember?
that's what we are.
Bandits.
We're bandits and scallywags,
Mm-mm.
masquerading as heroes. That's okay. That's just my enemies to lovers situation enemying right now.
Wait, with which
no,
one?
No.
With Bren.
I was running with the joke that
Okay,
Bren was my
okay.
boyfriend. You're like, wait, which one?
It's like Brim, Shade of Death.
They're one and the same.
That'd be ambitious for me to
You know, this,
have an enemies to lovers story with the Shade of Death.
this party is reaching high. So, as the cart rapidly gets fixed up with the help of your spell, despite the banditry, Brim scowls a little bit less. He gets less like aggressive and standoffish and more just tired, like increasingly tired. And then he kind of sighs and he like starts getting the horses kind of like reattached. It's like, thank you for the help.
You're welcome.
I suppose some of the trouble that came your way because of our little travel arrangement, well, that was much more Shavik's fault than mine, but still, you're entitled to some retributive tithing from that, I suppose. Thank you for leaving me with the
We
cart
will
and what's left.
Call it even.
It's most of it.
By weight, yes.
Perhaps we can part ways as unlikely allies. Though I'm sure you're hoping to never see us again.
No kiss.
Kind of like squints not at you, but off in the distance. He's like,
Wait, really quick before that
Uh-huh.
happens. Scene is going to use message and whisper into this guy's ear. Now kiss.
Stop. Isha had
And
to
he hasn't heard me
one
speak,
comment.
so he doesn't know who this is.
let's see.
Is there any way I can try and convince him this is like some god?
What? Stop. What's funny is that Turris is standing way closer to him than I am.
He just kind of, so he squints and then his gaze
To
looks
be clear,
like
I'm not trying to make anyone uncomfortable. I'm just being.
You're running with the joke.
his gaze just like extends off into the distance, and you just hear in response, I'm not going to do that, and if it's the death of me, so be it. And then stares. He turns to you and he's like, you are all very strange, but very capable. And if we did some sort of business in the future where I don't lose 90% of the value of my carts, then that would be fortuitous.
It would be fortuitous if you lived with your life instead of dying with it.
Part of the
That
job.
means Isha likes you.
Part of the job. And he like flicks the reins, and the horses just slowly start trotting, start pulling this cart through the dust that resists the cart's pulling.
Us follows him.
Well,
We're going in the
love
same direction.
harassing we are going the same direction.
it starts to depend after a little while. So we go back to
Just so you know, up until that happens,
We're right behind him.
Isha is faster than his horses.
If you follow in close proximity, he tries not to make eye contact, tries not to make conversation. He's just looking on.
Oh. No. This is fine. I love the attempts at trying to make nothing happen.
Yes.
That's exactly what I'm looking for here.
He's had plenty of something, and he's well over it. Brim was over the surprises 3 days ago in the woods.
Yeah, he was.
So, you guys continue to cross this dusty valley, more or less together. Evening comes as you are like coming back up out of the valley, and wind kind of like hitting your face as you come back over the hills and look out over a much wider stretch of land, kind of a large hilly valley that is not totally, not much more hospitable in the immediate distance, but you see like, you know, bushes and scrub grass and some sign of life compared to what you just left behind. And eventually have to find somewhere to make camp. At that point, pretty quickly after the valley, Brim is going to start curving off northward, as his destination is this city up here. Doesn't say anything. But he just starts curving that way. And I assume you guys are going more either straight west or even southwest.
Oh, I thought that clicking that token would open up my character sheet, but it opened up nothing even remotely similar.
C should, even if you don't have yourself selected, C should open your character sheet.
It would be funny to have his tire break in like a day or two.
He immediately misses the warmth of our presence.
The warmth.
I don't know.
He
Maybe
didn't realize how warm it was until it was gone.
I usually only roll encounter checks for you guys, but maybe I should roll encounter checks for Brim. See what kind of bad luck follows him in your way.
Oh, a lot. Too much for it to be coincidence.
I should run. If we ever have a
Almost
week
like
off,
other campaign
yeah, I
going.
should just run
Yeah.
run solo sessions for someone playing Brim in some like low-powered system, like play Maze Rats or something.
Oh my god! Or just like playing as like a level 0 character,
Yeah,
just as like a level 0 villager.
He's vaguely capable, right? Not as
he's a
capable as
level
us,
4
but...
rangery dude, but he's only
Yeah.
he's half your level. Like sneaking past those Hadronexes, fighting them was not an option. Sneaking past was pretty much not an option. He was pretty boned.
I'm really sad because I think that if I curse the tire, it would just immediately break.
Aw, you can't.
Need to learn some.
Your temporal sense doesn't do anything to help you with that.
Need to learn some unraveling so that you can like unravel a bolt and just have it slowly.
Yeah, well, I can have the object immediately take 46 damage. And because it's an object, it automatically critically fails. So
Right.
it is unlimited duration. But I think that...
Can I telekinetic projectile one of
Oh
the
my
bolts
God.
or something?
Let the man leave.
I am letting him leave. I'm just telling you all the ways I wish I could fuck with him.
Or do you think I can like vision of death?
Stop.
I don't think any of these are stealthy, so this man will know that you are fucking with him.
Stasis his entire cart.
No, even better. Stasis half the cart.
I can only target a whole object.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. Could you? Okay, when it says target a whole object, is technically a cart is a whole object, but is not a wheel also technically a whole object?
You imagine just stasis the one wheel.
Just immediately breaks. That's horrible.
Well, it would be immune. It's actually invulnerable.
Well,
the wheel would be.
the axle would like break off the wheel, you know.
It's fine. I'm not doing anything.
Okay.
It's just I was trying to find a way to heckle him from a distance. That's out of my capabilities.
We certainly did already add insult to injury on this guy for sure. And he's still somewhat left somewhat amicable.
You're right. We shouldn't be bandits. It's okay to be monsters, but not bandits.
Exactly.
Yeah, we draw the line at banditry.
Yeah.
No, we don't.
Yeah. So, anyways, if I put on my glasses,
Yeah.
do I see any funny ley line nonsense towards any of those? Well, anywhere in general, but towards where I would know that those particular churches would be, those holy sites, I should say.
I think we sort of tried this when you guys first got into Lanova. And it's pretty much like there is a lot of ley line activity here. And it makes it hard to clarify individual points from a distance. So, like, yes is the answer.
So being within the tri-state area of the Solflakian Empire, there's nothing more discernible in this area.
Go ahead and roll me a perception check.
I wish Isha was more useful for this ley line stuff, but she's a filter feeder, so
You do not see any spark or anything. You don't see anything far off in the distance towards these like churches. That is terribly helpful. You do see something kind of rather nearby, though. A little glimmer where there's like a thread kind of from, well, really multiple threads from kind of deep underneath, kind of like coming up to a point, kind of interacting with each other in a way that there's kind of like it almost looks like a spring or a fountain nearby with the glasses on.
Like close?
Yeah, like within 100 feet.
Oh. I'll go head towards that.
Okay. You kind of like, I don't know if you are directing the group that way or if you're just like peeling off yourself.
Tourist would like put on his glasses, look around, and then like kind of audibly gasp and point and start hoofing it towards that direction.
Okay. Yeah, so you get closer and there's this kind of like spring sort of that is like kind of makes your, not you don't, I don't think you have arm hairs, but like anyone with a fairly mammalian biology feels like their hair kind of stand on end a little bit. It feels a little bit like you're suffused with static as you kind of get close to this point that Turris has pointed out. Yeah, you're in this point where this ley line is kind of
this is
correct.
Currently Isha.
Yeah. The dust falling from Isha's face is like following some magnetic currents that kind of push around in interesting ways.
I don't even want to know what Turkan looks like right now.
Yeah.
we look the same. We are like, because Isha has like a beard and like chest fluff. She's just like takes a sip.
Would you like to take a sip?
I'm taking a sip.
Okay. So you would like
Right from the source.
All right. There
Does
is
it visually look like anything without like the glasses?
yeah, kind of. Yeah, it sort of. The air kind of like shimmers here a little bit, and like the grass, because there is kind of this scrub grass, and it's all kind of bending inward. There's this kind of like circular pattern on the ground where it's kind of like bending towards the point where you see this ley line energy kind of coming up from the ground. Yeah, so there's like hints that this is here, yes.
How novel.
Isha, how would you like to tap this ley line? You can use Arcana, Nature, Occultism, or Religion.
Preferably without OSHA compliancy. I didn't mean to make that private, but I can't.
Oh, it's fine.
Can't not.
You.
Well, I just always set my rolls to blind GM roll anyway.
Right.
Usually.
Mm-hmm.
You succeed at tapping this ley line. And the grass on the ground, these kind of like signs that this ley line is here. The grass kind of like, there's like a little wave where the grass kind of flutters, flips outward and then kind of like back in and kind of wavers a little bit, like it's being brushed by a wind. And you all feel this kind of like you feel kind of like a jolt, like a burst of like adrenaline for a moment, and then that kind of staticky feeling kind of settles down. Your hair kind of like stops standing on end, but you do feel like empowered a little bit. Everyone can go ahead and gain a hero point.
Wow.
And
Nice.
for the we'll say until you use it, this is gonna be great to remember. Everyone has a +2 bonus for any physical skill, anything that requires like a burst of physical energy. So like acrobatics, athletics, anything like that. Or you can use it to boost your movement speed for 5 for a round, for either the next week or until you use it on something.
Pretty cool.
Turkon and Nisha are going to use it to have a race.
And
I was thinking the exact same thing.
anyone who has read any books in Turris/Facetia's library about like ley lines recently, you would know that this is an act called tapping a ley line, and you can do so for like varying effects. It kind of depends on what energy is being surfaced. It's also known, it can give you like temporary bursts of power, some stronger than others, some weaker than others. This is kind of like a more passive thing, but sometimes it can like suffuse your body or your weapons with like energy. So you can like add fire damage to your attacks for like an hour. So kind of it really depends, and it can go badly. You can get an effect called a backlash, which in that like fire damage example, you could just take fire damage trying to tap the ley line. In fact, not just you, everyone within the area.
I'm gonna go mad scientist and start learning how to make mana batteries and whatnot.
I kind of figured we were already a little bit on that.
We are kind of on that thing. We're halfway there, you're right.
Mhm.
You just gotta figure out what kind of capacitors and coils can channel ley energy.
Mhm.
Back in the day, we used mirrors.
Okay, Grandma.
Let's get you to bed.
Yeah, let's get you to bed, Grandma.
When I was a young girl.
I was a young thing.
Didn't even have sliced bread yet.
Sishia would say you were born old.
Yes.
I'm gonna.
She would. She would say that. And that's because she's mean.
My mom's great. I don't know what you're talking about.
Don't say mean things about my mom.
It's like one of those things where you like when you meet someone when they're already kind of like middle aged. So like to them they've always been middle aged to you.
Yeah.
Can I send any of this ley energy back to my tower? Can I conduct it back there?
You can put it in your little pocket, right?
Put it in your along with your army of what were they called?
Hadronic
Hydronic
X's?
Hexadron.
Hadronex.
Yeah.
Hadron X's.
Hexadron.
The reason I remember that so well is because one of the tech priests in Darktide is named Hadron.
So you know that you could kind of redirect some of this ley line energy back to the tower. You have an inkling that you could do something like that, but you have not fixed that that little lightning rod in the basement.
Dagnabbit. Frick. All right, fine. I will mark on my map the existence of this particular tap line.
Okay.
And,
I need to put together a spreadsheet of long-term projects. Yeah, I'm going to try to do that by next week. I'm going to have a spreadsheet for long-term projects and a spreadsheet of your NPC companions and their skills. So, it is about one more day's travel to get to the mountains. And that goes by uneventfully. You're just kind of rolling on through the hills after finding a place to rest. And then you come kind of by the next evening. You start to come to the foot of the mountains here. And there are... You see a couple of, like, houses, scattered homesteads and things in the hills around here. Notably, like, not down the slopes of the hills, but kind of, like, dotting the higher locations. With little, like... some of them have kind of, like, farms set up on the hillsides with currently kind of... dull plant life that doesn't look like it's very it's in bloom, it's in close to harvest, but you see signs of life over here. And then you start to approach the mountains and know that your trek through them awaits. And I think that is where we will pick up next time, as there are only 20 minutes left.
That's 20 good minutes of walking we could do there.
It is. But leaving off with you are about to enter Yon Mountains is more interesting than, all right, you guys left the mountains.
Yeah,
But you do...
well, it gives us time to shore up our plans for next session.
What plans?
And
To make sure everyone's going to be here. Or
um,
whoever's not going to be here has made their peace with not being here.
you will need one more...
Yeah, I'll be there.
Sorry.
You will need one more rest before you kind of get into the mountains. It's getting on towards evening again before you even get to the foot of them. So if anyone would like to handle any semi downtime-ish stuff before we end for the night, we can do that.
Well, Turris wanted to walk for 20 minutes, so
How do I go about resizing this armor?
With it is a magical item. Usually, I don't bother with.
So with my bare hands, I just I spread it. Yeah?
You kind of like attune to it, and it like adjusts to fit your size.
And am I able to move the runes over, or
I don't.
Were
Do
those
you have?
one-time use?
Let me see. Yes, I'm gonna say you pretty much have a. Yes, you can definitely do that.
so I can just move the 3 over onto the new stuff? Okay.
Yeah. It isn't
Right.
like a just do it thing. You will need someone with a crafting skill to help you do it, and it takes 10% of the cost of those runes to move it. So it is a little like, it is a thing.
Well, I've got crafting skill,
Oh,
and
sick.
I've got money.
All right.
he said,
I'm so-
"I got everything I need."
I just don't know how much they are.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, I can look up the cost of that for you, but it shouldn't be too much with like +1. I don't even. Yeah, +1 in aim
Yeah,
aiding
it should be
isn't
like
that-
4 gold and like 4.5 gold. It should not be that much.
Yeah, I think it's like 10 max, but I will double check. Property runes can be a little expensive.
They can be, but I think at like level 1, most of them are like 40 or 45 gold.
Let's see.
I don't really.
Resilient is more.
They might be 50 gold.
Resilient is 34 gold to move. It's 340 gold total. I forgot you had that resilient rune super early. And then aim aiding is 23 gold, so that comes out to 57. 57 total.
Alrighty. Yep. They're into the ether now.
All right.
Whoosh.
Whoosh.
I love that in my exploration tab, it just has like avoid notice and avoid and gather information is like things that are already in here, and I don't know why.
For what?
That's what you do.
Uh,
Forge knows your character better than you do.
Like my actions and like there's like encounter exploration and downtime. It's just like I had avoid notice and gather information in here
I
already.
see.
I don't know why.
And since I am running into some bugs with Foundry at this point, I might try to upgrade to V13, even though it's like not recommended by next week. So we'll see. I apologize if that's a bad idea and it breaks things even more.
Is it not stable? I thought we
It's
talked about it being
stable.
already.
It's not recommended by Forge. I think it's not recommended by Forge because it broke their in-game, their on-server voice and video, which we don't use, obviously. So I think we should be fine. And I'm gonna make backups and everything anyway. So it's
Yeah, I was updating all of the stuff because I update every week. And I noticed that like a bunch of modules I use just like aren't getting updated anymore. And I'm like, ah.
yeah. And like I heard that horror story from someone else of like they updated a module and it accidentally updated to a V13 version because they didn't like version their stuff correctly and it broke their game. And I'm like, yeah, that's what I'm worried about.
Understandable.
Yeah. I also kind of want to, I don't know. I'm playing around with the idea of self-hosting it on like a home server. I've got like an old laptop that I can convert that should run it just fine. So I might test that and force one of you guys to help me test it.
Oh.
Bill specifically. Bill would suffer the most if it doesn't work very well.
Oh.
So I might ask you to hop with me on Discord at some point in the next week or so to
Yep.
test.
Or
next-
double check my work schedule.
I guess not in the next week or so. In the next month, nebulously, this is a thing I'm going to try to do. I'm not going to commit to doing it in the next week.
Yeah, I mean, as long as we do it sometime before like now,
Okay.
I can do it anytime in the next week.
Gotcha. Yeah, it would take... I'm just going to... Yeah.
Minutes. Yeah.
Well, it would... Yeah. I gotta like set up the laptop, set up Forge, get the file loaded over. It would take some doing, so I'm not gonna do it this week because I'm already trying to do too much this week. But
Gotcha.
yeah, thank you guys for playing. Not too.
You're welcome for playing. Thanks for running.
Oh,
I had fun. I thought there was gonna be more combat this time, but you guys avoided it twice. So
that
ain't-
was sick.
it's not my fault that we didn't punch things.
Any XP?
I was ready to go.
Yeah, XP.
No, I
Those
900.
not quite, but those Hadronexes were in total 120. And I don't know. A little weird to count Brim. But let me throw Shavik out here and see how much he was worth.
Probably nothing.
He's worth 24 plus you sent him on a quest, which is truly harder than just killing him. So
It's so fun.
it's so funny.
So we'll say we'll bump that up to an even 40 on Shavik for now, and give you guys 160 for that session.
260, huh?
Oh.
You're saying I'm gonna slow you guys down, and then you guys are already okay.
No, we should be at 360.
No, we're at 260.
260, yeah. You're at 100. You just got 160, so you're at 260.
What? Oh, I must have
120
accidentally
for the
deleted.
big
I
guy.
must have accidentally deleted the 1 when I was typing that in. That makes sense.
Yeah. So I enjoyed that session.
Me too.
I'll try to
Good to be back.
like. Maybe the next thing I throw in front of you guys won't be optional. You're gonna get attacked by a. I don't know, something you can't talk to.
Rocks fall, everybody dies.
All right.
Yeah.
Back at it same time next week. Yeah.
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 Yep, as long as my roster holds up, yes,
Gotcha.
I will be here next week.
Oh, heck
Heck yeah.
I'm excited to play.
Isn't it
But not
be
the week
watch...
after that. I have
Oh,
to be at
no.
work at 5 in the morning.
Oh my god.
It's gross.
But hey, I'm actually getting trained on vehicles near the airplanes now, so I can start driving around on the tarmac.
Yeah, that's cool.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, comes with the pay raise too.
Also,
Are you
cool.
forklift certified?
I have been, yes, for
That's crazy.
Do you
almost a year now, actually.
I'll remind Rye of that. Thank you.
So I've just been moving freight across from the tarmac to delivery trucks recently. Now I'll be taking actually stuff off the airplanes
cool?
Nice.
after I
You're
get
gonna
trained on every airplane.
After you get trained on how to most efficiently lose the most amount of luggage.
Don't deal with luggage. I am on the side of the airport that has no luggage whatsoever unless it comes through mail.
Oh, nice.
Wonderful.
Thank
Do
God.
Australian airports also handle luggage like trash?
I
Like,
mean,
do they
I can't
spike it?
say yes or no because it's literally on the opposite side of the airport.
Okay.
But I'll say airports be airports.
Yeah, that makes
Yeah.
sense.
They are not. They are not very careful with with the mail. I'll say that.
Yeah.
The sorting machines here are crazy. They just like throw your mail. It's insane.
You know, we get
Eat
these,
it?
like giant, like 40-pound bags of mail in. Like, that's just one bag, and we have like 30 bags in one container. So the only one that sorts it is a person.
All right, guys. Thank you for hanging out and watching some Pathfinder. I am going to go ahead and raid out. I would keep streaming, but my dog is grumpy today because
Well,
there were
that'll be
thunderstorms
my-
earlier,
Tomorrow is gonna be my last day in the warehouse doing that stuff, and then I'm just.
and I could not. I could not walk with him or play while it was thunderstorming. So I'm going to go do that. Next week, I will try to actually keep streaming afterwards. I'm going to try to stream some Patreon related stuff, some like art related stuff, working on the album art for some of the albums that I'm doing. So we'll try to do that on stream soon. I think I gotta like work tomorrow on some contract work stuff, but soon I will try to do the thing. And I'm gonna try to work on music on Monday. I think I'm gonna do a 24-hour stream on my birthday again, since I will not have to work the day after, and maybe not even 2 days after. We'll see. We'll see how I feel about that. So that's not an announcement. That's just amusing. For now, we're going to raid Pika the Cafe Cryptid because I never got to raid Pika. They are online, same time as me for once. Maybe this is going to be common on Wednesday. Maybe, I don't know. But we're gonna go hang out over there. Oh, an ad break just started. That's fine. I can babble for 60 seconds, right? I'll start the raid, and then we'll see where it lands. So what are we doing? I am getting the Patreon rolling for the D&D music. I have a whole album that I'm releasing for like the paid side of the Patreon tomorrow. This commission album that I've worked on, it's actually pretty great. So that will be releasing like, I don't know, in the next couple of days. I say tomorrow. I'm working on the album art right now. It might be a little bit, but we're going to get that rolling, and then I'm going to keep working on music. We're going to work on some 16-bit stuff for like free. We're going to be putting out some free music in the form of 16-bit RPG music, versions of like songs that already exist. So that's kind of going to be what we're working on for a little bit while the Patreon numbers are low. So yeah, we're going to try to do a lot of that on stream. And I've got some like breaks in my work schedule coming up where I can get back on the stream schedule. So that'll be great. I'm also coming out of some like, I don't know, some schedule frustration, schedule annoyance. So that'll all be coming up soon. There will be announcements for it in my Discord, and I will let you guys know there. For now, go enjoy Pika, say hello to them, and enjoy some Link to the Path randomizer. And I hope you all have a lovely week and a lovely start to your weekend, and I'll see you all again soon. Goodbye.